some of the time. I'm on a false ego trip. Insecurity is right. I'm not the ideal person to be lecturing on my bed if you want to know. So things I've learned about myself in sticky situations. How to know you really feel. Breaking bones just to forget. Pouring blood and sweat to it. In a nutshell, I suppose it's where you run for. Yeah, it's the way the story goes. Sometimes, just sometimes, well, alright, maybe all the time. I'm on a false ego trip, well, I'm a renegade of cells. I roam the concrete jungle, hunting idiots for sport, more than you can see. They pick me up and make me frown. There's some joking sex and music, till some medicine go down. Well, it makes you feel alive, all like demons up and down. Too proud of the windows, it's where they wanna flow. Yeah, that's the way the story goes. Sometimes, yeah. Just sometimes. And now the world outside don't look the same for you and me. Taking cider in a golf course is the distant memory. Now the talking with a fly, popping pills up in the night. Like a waster, I suppose it's where you want to flow. Yeah, that's the way the story goes. Sometimes, yeah. Just sometimes. Just sometimes. Terry Green. I don't know if anybody's bought the album. Anybody that has bought the album, thank you, man. I really appreciate it. We bought it for nothing. There's no support, there's nothing, man. It's just us against them, know what I mean? That's a song, half the album, that's a song called What Have You Done? What have you done, son? Sold your soul to a demon. That's like a coffee for a bag of stone. What you run, son? When the joke gets on. And as I stand here in the company of strangers, messed up circle and a rim of scales, I stand alone, dreaming of the world without nightmare. Oh, what do you care? What have you done, son? Sold your soul to a demon. That's like a doctor for a bag of snow. Well, you run, son, when the joke gets on. And as I stand here in the company of strangers, messed up circle in a room of squares, I stand alone, dreaming of the one without nightmare. Well, what do you care? Yeah, I've got a new one for you, nobody's heard it before. If you're not into that thing, then feel free to go to the bar. Oh, it's me. It's no you, it's me. It's me. This is a song called The Bonnie. I dreamed a dream of the body, a bonfire big and high. A fire so big that the flame lit up the sky. I dreamed that dream of the body, and a vision in the back of my eye. And when the walls came down, it was the only thing that kept me alive. You can bow the body, I can tell by the look in your eyes. For the people that you loved and lost that you never got to tell goodbye. Believe about your body, God, you never know unless you try. One life is a short time and no one knows when you're going to die. What about the body, build a bonfire big and high. A fire so big that the flames light up the sky. Believe about your body, God, you never know unless you try. One life is a short time and no one knows where you go when you die. Yes, man. What about the body? Build a bonfire big and high. A fire so big that the flames light up the sky. Believe about your body, God, you never know unless you try. One life is a short time, and no one knows where you go when you die. For the people that you loved and lost that you never got to tell goodbye. Stand tall while the walls come down with a smile and a tear in your eye. Job. You've got me crying now, brilliant. That's another new song, a kind of new song for the love song. This is the beginning of the rest of your life. You better stop moving like you're running out of time. The realization coming over your mind. Feel that? There should be a countdown. If you can just swing the answer. This is a one. Should be a countdown. If you're just a wee bit less on the wacka. This is the beginning of the rest of your life. You better start grafting cause you're running out of time. river's on fire, it's raining outside. But it should be a countdown. Everything just like the outside. You know it could be a countdown. If you're just a wee bit less on the one count, more than half of the time. Because the hardest part of the game isn't even playing the game. It's caring enough to care about the things that you do. Oh, it's all we can share. Feel that man? Here comes the rain. This is the beginning of the rest of your life. You better start now because you're running out of time. The roof is on fire, it's raining outside. Yeah. But it should be a countdown. Everything just like the outside. You know it can be a countdown. If you're just a wee bit less on the one count, nearly half of the time. They tell you it's no easy, they tell you that it's hard, they tell you it's impossible to mend a broken heart. They'll lead you over a tragedy, pretending that it's hard. It's hard to see the finish when you don't know where to start. I could write a stanza and put you in a song, detail all the times when you were writing I was wrong. Flashbacks to the only place I felt like I belong. You'll never be a king when you're acting like a pawn. The hardest part of the game, every even playing the game, was caring enough to care about playing the game. Oh, it's all we can share. Here goes the rain. Yeah! That was alright, what? He's alright, he's already hydrated. So you're hydrated this and you can hit that pipe now, you alright? As long as you're all in one piece, man, look after one another, it could be the best weekend of your life, that one. We're in. This is a song about being a wee wait. This is dedicated to Chloe and Liam that are taking the Manchester attack. What the words, sing along. In the field I'm away, running with the wind. The sky cracks open and it rains on my skin. My t-shirt's too thin to keep out the cold. Late coming home from school, playing soldiers in the park. Invisible machine guns in my hands, swimming with sharks until it gets dark, and then we go home. Keys up, keys down, keys up, keys down, keys up, keys down, magic circle all around. wind, running with the wind. The sky cracks open and it rains on my skin. My t-shirt's too thin to keep out the cold. Come on! We're coming home from school, playing soldiers in the park. Invisible machine guns in my heart, swimming with sharks until it gets dark, and then we go home. Kiddies up, kiddy down, yes! Kiddies up, kiddy down. Kiddies up, kiddy down, I think something alright. Quality one. This is Stevie, everybody. Stevie! You're milking it, Stevie. That's a song dedicated to anybody, any young musicians out there that are wondering where they fit into this industry. Don't fit into the industry, man. Fuck the industry, man. Fuck it all. Do your own thing, man. You're given two choices in this life. You can beat them or join them. You don't need to do that, man. Do your own thing. Fuck them all. It's a song called Campfire Vampire. Yes, don't be scared to leave yourself all pride. Dream, fucking bullshit sheets, rules are made to broken. Now the voice in my head is a ghost singing songs like, oh, Steve, you got a head like stone. Don't be playing for the vampires, one night and you never come home. Boy, stay away from the campfire, you got a head like stone. Don't be playing for the vampires, one bite and you never come home. One bite and you never come home. Schools, fucking run by four, leave to get education. Wake up from your sleep, learn your situation. Now the book in my head, with the ghost singing songs out. Oh, stay away from the campfire, you got a head like stone. Don't be playing for the vampires, one bite and you never come home. Oh, stay away from the campfire, you got a head like stone. Don't be playing for the vampires, one bite and you never come home. One bite and you never come home. I think I just lost one of my eyebrows there with that big file, man. Get the files to fuck. Not me, man. I've got a suntan up here, man. Still there? Better fix my fringe now, man. And now for my next number. So still with me, alright? Everybody cool? If you're cool, I'm cool and everything's alright. Stevie! That's a song called Fortune Favours the Bold. Oh, feel that, man. Shoo la la la, shoo la la la. It's golden, man. Shoo la la la, shoo la la la. Shoo la la, shoo la la. Shoo la la la, shoo la la. I know it's a long shot, but I hope fortune favours the ball. I'll be telling, be silent, make people and do what you're told. Yeah! Cause a brother that falls in my shoes and be drowning in gold. In the heat of the moment, my mind got left out in the cold. Shoo la la, shoo la la la, shoo la la. From the front to the back, yeah. Shoo la la, shoo la la. Shoo la la, shoo la la. Shoo la la, shoo la la. Do you think that it's worth it? Can I buy back my soul when it's gone? And the ground you're alone and your bank account won't keep you warm. I see through you, you're made out of glass with a heart made of stone. And the stars in your crowd crunch your skin while you bleed on your throat. Shoo la la, shoo la la, shoo la la. 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 Is that right? You still with me? Is everybody cool? Yes, man. It's a beautiful thing, man. Music, man. Bringing people together. Sound people, man. It's not often you get that, no, man. Let's have a wee number. Sing on if you know the words. Guitars in tune and everything. She is a better. She goes like me, I'm 100 miles high. Does she make the thunder? time. Then she dances in my dreams, reminds me that the world is not as evil as it seems. She has a bad time. No happy days, unless the dreams come true. And she looks like a princess and just fuck all this blue. I think I'm not mine. She gets underneath my skin when I've been stung a few times, so I don't let go, and I know even better. She is a better. She is a better. She is a better. And can she reach me when I'm high above the shelf? Watch them say the smoke when while I ponder to myself, is she the answer to the question in my mind? Is happiness an option, or is it just a bit like this about time? Fucking easy, man! No happy endings, unless the details come true. But she looks like a princess and there's fuck all left to do. I think I love her. She gets underneath my skin, but I've been stuck to it till so I don't let go, I never even better. She has a better. Yeah. She is a better. She is a better. And I'm a heavy fucking melter.
Born to be alive. Born to be alive. Born to be alive.
You see the born
to
see the born to be alive.
Born to be alive.
You see the born to be alive. Born to be alive. Yes, you were born to be alive.
Good afternoon, campers. Good afternoon. Here's your bloody link, lad. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know what's so difficult about this question. Do we need a British Islam? Bit of controversy on the question. Chuck it out there. Maybe we can get some Muslims on the panel to tell us why we need Islam in Britain. That would be beautiful. Pop up and say. Have you fucking say.
Born to be alive.
Born to be alive.
Well, hey, what's that song called, Taff?
Born to be alive.
Oh, was it? Yeah.
Born to yeah. It's like you got like a nearly an 8-minute version, but I had to cut it down because people were getting fucking. I mean, too much of it to that. It get you going, though, doesn't it?
Yeah, definitely, lad, yeah.
You want to dance?
People need to jump on then if they've got itchy fingers and they've been moaning.
I put it out there. I've made the question as broad as I can. Yeah, I've made it broad. I don't want you to think that I'm an Islamophobe or yeah. Personally, I don't think there's any place for Islam in Britain because there's no place for Britain in Islam. That's my personal opinion.
Mm-hmm.
And as the banner says, scrolling across the bottom, it's just my opinion. Don't get up in your emotions.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I get your opinion completely, lad. I don't know how you could say that was wrong because any truthful Muslim or Islamic follower should anyway admit that it's all encompassing. You know, it's religion before nation. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
and to be truthful, Taff, Christians are the same, but they also I'd say that they value. I don't know whether. What would you say, lad? Because let's go back in history. So England is a Christian nation, or its main religion is Christianity. You know, when people were proud to be British and Christian, weren't they?
Yeah.
Side by side, yeah.
Yeah, but there's room to maneuver with Christianity, bro. Do you know what I mean? You're allowed in.
Lad, at the end of the day, Taff, my sort of mindset is like if something's stopping you from being part of a nation that you've moved to or you call home. Can you really call somewhere home if you don't want to if you don't want to be part of it? I don't know.
Exactly. Good point. Yeah. That's
why I don't go down the whole like ethnic. What are they called? Ethnats. That's why I'm not an ethnat, lad, because I don't personally think, and if this is where I'm not for trans identity politics, but I personally do feel that your nationality is with what you identify as.
Yeah.
And that's why I don't put skin colour down to it, because you might have been here in a generation. Your mum and dad could be from Timbuktu, right? Both your mum and dad might love Timbuktu. Everything in the house is Timbuktu, but you feel an affinity with Britain and the land here, or wherever you're living. Do you know what I mean? And if you've got that in you, you're part of the nation. Of course you are. You want to be part of the nation. You feel part of the nation. Completely.
I feel like we've got an English identity, we've got a Welsh identity, a Scottish identity, and an Irish identity, and but that's what makes us British. And
that's it. It even goes into micro identities. Then, you know, look at Liverpool. You know, we're prouder to be Liverpool than to say we're English. You know, Liverpool first, then England, then the UK. You know what I mean? It comes from the and you can even microize that down into like I was saying on Jupiter's chat today. You know that what's going on in Kirby is Kirby. You know the people who were there are from Kirby. Do you know what I mean? So they're Kirby, then the Liverpool, then the England, then the British.
Yeah. So to simplify it, first and foremost, I'm a white Welshman, a white Christian Welshman, and I'm proud to be Welsh. But I support Liverpool in the football. But don't get it twisted. If we're playing to win the football or the rugby, you know what I mean? I want to see Wales win, right?
Yeah.
And that's simplifying it. But I think we've always had that banter between us. Whether it's you English between Man United, Liverpool, Everton. Do you know what I mean? You know what I mean? You've got the derby with Everton within Liverpool.
Taff, I think it's like a sort of a warrior's mindset. Now people go, oh, you know, like, but we were a warrior nation. You know what I mean? And we used to kill each other. Like, just look at our past. You know,
very tribal.
My English ancestors ran over your ancestors, ran over Scottish ancestors, ran over Irish ancestors.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And we all sort of got a bit of that vice versa anyway. And how England ended up out on top. But that's what it is. We collectivized a lot earlier and things like that. You know, there was plenty of factors. But we've got on with it. We can shake hands and we can still be proud. Yeah. We can even laugh about battles where I can laugh about battles where the English were decimated by the Welsh with you. You know what I mean? Like it's not our fight anymore. We can laugh about it. We can move on. We've done this with the Catholic Protestant divide that came over from Ireland and things like that. You know what I mean? We've moved on. I've had families split in half. You know, even when I talk about like the Orange Lodge, people don't realise that the majority of my family are Catholic.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No, but my dad's side was strong Protestants, and I obviously took my dad's roots because of my dad's son. You know what I mean? But I can still have these debates with me Catholic family members. Like
we've done that sort of that dynasty where we was fighting for our land and fighting for our place in Britain. Do you know what I mean? So we've now accepted that. The English, you've got the bigger slice. The Scottish at the top, the Welsh, a little nipple on the end of you guys, and then you've got the Irish just across the pond from us. Yeah,
exactly.
But like we can still like bring that into 2023, bring that forward. That tribalism where we was fighting for our land and our culture. We've learned and managed to find a way of dealing with that.
Yeah. We've learned how to harvest it.
Yes. Yeah. For the better of Britain and for the better of humanity. Like, but I feel like there's an invasion, and it's out of our control. And these people have got no love for me and you, bro. They got no respect for me or you. Yeah. And there's no sort of belief. I don't see no wanting to coincide with us either. There's no ambition to fall in and respect us and respect.
And that's down again. That's down to our government, isn't it? You know that they haven't. I don't even mean forced assimilation. You know, they just haven't tried. You know, it's just go and crack on with what you were doing wherever you came from. Do you know what I mean? And now we've got, and right across Europe, like we've got ghettoized cities of certain demographics and things, and it might even out, you know what I mean, over years. But if you keep on piling mass immigration behind it, it's not going to settle down. It's not.
No.
And you know, I've heard the rhetoric before, like people are waiting for the paychecks as well here. Taff, you know what I mean? People are literally waiting for the paycheck. Yeah. You know, to go back home to the country. Yeah. So they're not here. They're not here to make mine and your and the generations after us lives better. You know, they're here just waiting around till someone pays them to go away. You know what I mean?
And it's cripple us to his maximum.
I'm man enough, lads. I'm man enough to say I haven't got fucking time for that. It's just like when people like genuinely. You can call me heartless when people try and get me to feel sorry for men on dinghies, lad. I genuinely, maybe it's because I'm a man, I don't hold sympathy for men, like. I'm sorry, like.
No.
I genuinely don't, like. Even men, a real man will tell you that. You know what I mean? Like, even men think fucking men getting raped is quite funny sometimes, like, to take it to an extreme, do you get me? Obviously, it's not funny. You know what I mean? But men will joke about it. You'll never hear women joke about rape.
I see it as, unless you're war-torn, right? Unless you're genuinely a war-torn country, you're coming over on a dinghy, you've left your family to deal with the shit, back home. So you're nowhere near your family, and now you've got really no intentions of making something of yourself within Britain. You're just causing as much damage as you can, maximum damage. At the same time, cause division and put racial fucking bullshit with it back into Britain. Yeah, because I got no problem with the multiculturalism. I got no problem with different ethnics of people coming into Britain. Yeah, just don't bring your shit in her. Because Islam, right, is so. I feel there's so many arguments within itself. It's a mistaken identity of this. They're too busy arguing amongst themselves of what Islam really is, and what a true is Muslim is. Shia, Sunni, whatnot. That war has been brought over to Britain, and at the same time, the practices of the barbaric practices of Sharia law. Now they say in Britain it's like a supplement within regards to the British law. Yeah. So if me and you now, bro, was to go to Qatar, we're going to go to Qatar to watch the football. Yeah. We know because we've had an heads up of what we got to do, where we can drink. Yeah. What we can do outside when we're in the street, not to get ourselves locked up.
Yeah.
And we're going to respect that. Well, I personally would anyway. I don't want to get locked up.
Oh, yeah, definitely, lad, definitely.
Yeah, right.
So, lad, I looked at trying to move there, so and it wasn't for me. You know what I mean? Go over and smash it.
So you think yourself, you've just made that perilous journey to come through all these countries to get to France. Now you're going to jump on a fucking dinghy, and now you're going to risk coming over a fucking English Channel, yeah, with another group of middle-aged, the same sort of age men, right? Just to apparently 66s and 99s get a better life so your family then can move over.
See, Taff, this is where I draw the line now, lad. I've got to the point where I've drawn the line in the sand. If you're paying $4,000 to come over on a dinghy when a flight will cost you 23 quid at the lowest, you know what I mean, on EasyJet. Nah, lad, I'm not making excuses for no more men who want to do that. If there's a woman and child, yeah, I'll take women and lad. If that hotel in Kirby was full of women and children, this would never have happened.
No.
Never have happened.
No.
Undocumented men.
Yeah.
Like I am never gonna, even for devil's advocate, take the side of undocumented men.
Yeah.
I don't trust you the second you're undocumented. I don't trust you. And I will gang you together because the majority are doing this. It's been proven that the majority are throwing the things over the board. I've seen it. This is the thing what people don't realise about Liverpool as well with this whole kickoff. We're a small community. Everyone talks. We know people who are in the hospitals dealing with these people. We know people who are in the dentist industry dealing with these people. We're in all the sectors. We hear about these stories. I personally know someone who worked in that hotel who left because they weren't cleaning up. It wasn't their job. They went in as a cleaner and they were working as a cleaner for ages. I think she'd worked there for about 4 or 5 years, right, as a cleaner in the suites, right?
Yeah.
And then these moved in and they were trashing the rooms. And she said, this isn't in my job description. And they said, leave then. That's what they said, leave.
Yeah.
They told her to leave, lad, because she weren't going to clean up stuff that she's not used to cleaning up to because they're not treating them with any respect. So she's lost the job. There's no unions calling out this, lad. That, you know, the unions, we're a big union city. There's no unions calling out this saying, you know, the governments are turning up with a private security firm.
Yeah.
Hey, Serco, a private security firm, Taff, and commandeering hotels.
Yeah.
Now, Liverpool is against fucking the government, to be fair, in a large major way, and a lot of the people are about government corruption. Going back to Thatcher was the one that fucking radicalised us against the government. You know what I mean? When we found out that she was organising the managed decline of Liverpool, and that's how she worded it, a managed decline of the city. You know what I mean? So she turned us, and then the next thing you're getting these papers saying that we're on the Tory side and we've been radicalised by fucking Sueva Braverman or whatever her name is, lad.
Yeah.
What? Come and ask a Liverpudlian if they listen to anything a Tory even says. Couldn't even tell you the Tory fucking politician name.
Yeah.
People in Liverpool, lads, they're not asked. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Alice had just she made a good point in the chat there now. She said, "Come on, Taff, there's parts of Newport that are ghetto." Yeah, there is definitely. But they all come up the valleys, Alice, for some reason because they think we're all fucking mental. But it's for the same reasons that Ethan have just given, is because the community is still strong in the valleys, though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and they organise and manage the decline of the coal industry as well.
But I'm not as blind as to think that it's not going to come up here. I know it's going to come eventually. I know it's coming eventually, but it's going to kick off just like fucking Kirby. Do you know what I mean? It's going to be like that up here. It's not going to be allowed. Like, it's not going to be allowed. There will be that backlash. It will be that backlash, and you won't find the men. You won't find the men up in my valley, right? Like the speaking the fucking fuckery of the certain men in Telford. I won't mention no names. He knows who he is. Men from Telford who's blaming the victims. Us white men, indigenous white men, we're blaming the victims. Yeah, that's not going to happen. Like, that's not going to happen. Like, do you know what I mean? Pedophiles, whether you're a white, a fucking brown, a black, a pink, blue, fucking purple pedophile, you're a wrong un, bro. And there's no place for you in this in this society that I live in. Touch wood, still. Do you know what I mean? I'm so proud of that. Like, and when you look at the demographics of the video Jupes just played, yeah, it's up the spine of England. The problems is going straight up the spine of England.
No, don't start me on that conspiracy, Taff, because if you look at it, I think it's strategically placed, lad.
Come on.
They're strategically placed for division, if you look at it, in my opinion.
Well, you've got the M5, bro, which is going up past your ends, yeah? And then you've got the M6. And that road is going straight up England. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I've driven it loads and loads with the van, like. I seen it. I never got to see these things until I done that job, like.
Yeah.
That's
how I can speak, lad. I when I'm speaking, lad, I'm speaking from personal experience, lad. I'm not taking it from a fucking book or a video. I look at books and videos, but I bring that into what I've seen, lad. And like I said, my big eye opener was when I went down to work in Blackburn, lad. And it was the day after Al-Quds Day. And I didn't know what Al-Quds Day was. And it was a big Islamic victory over the Jews.
Right.
And I've never... Taff, the only place I can sort of compare it to is maybe the Jubilee. I've only ever seen more British flags.
Yeah.
From lamppost to lamppost. Lad, you've never seen anything like... You could even probably Google it, lad. Al-Quds Day, Blackburn. And you'll see the amount of Palestinian flags everywhere.
Yeah.
Now, people in that town, right? People in that town, whether you like it or not, people in that town will have served in the military that actually secured Israel. Now, it depends. I don't know what your opinion is on Israel, Palestine, and all that. But we're actually getting undermined. This was my whole problem with the whole Ukraine thing as well. We should have got involved when they took Crimea. Because if the government has any sort of sense about them, they'll realise the British men died securing the Crimea.
What you mean going back to like 2014?
2014, when they took it originally, lad,
Yeah.
Pure getting a backbone now. They're on fucking NATO's borders. That Darren G last night was hitting the fucking mark. You know what I mean? NATO and the UN are the puppet masters.
Yeah. And I think these communities in England, or the cities in England that have lost their community, are the ones which are suffering the most. Like Goofy says, he grew up in Bradford, and I would imagine if he was honest and like with himself, it's dramatically changed from when he was a lad. Yeah. I can honestly say Newport, the city nearest to me, has changed dramatically since I was a lad. I've seen it, but it's a city, though. That's a city. We are a community as a valley. We are working class miners. Do you know what I mean? Where all men go to work together. type of thing. Like,
stand together. And that's what you've got
Yeah.
to do, lad. You've got to stand together.
Yeah.
But this is what I don't like, lad. When you get this is what I keep on reiterating. The people that are protesting there are Kirby.
yeah,
As far as I know, I don't know any lads who are going down from any other parts of the city. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well,
Because
it
it's
was a
not
good-
called
it
for.
was
There's enough of Kirby turning up to make the feelings plain and simply clear. Do you know what I mean?
Well, it was a girl from Kirby, yeah. It was a young girl from Kirby, yeah, and that's all you need. That's all
Yeah.
you need.
But then that's where I do feel sorry for like you said, some of these towns where they don't have that community anymore, that
Yeah.
sense of community that can come out and show it. You know what I mean? And this is why I've been reiterating for years as well. That this is where women need to stand up. You know, Cam's there in the chat. You know, when you look at the when you look at what's going on in Ireland, you know, it's women. It's women and children going into the police stations a lot of the time as well. Don't get me wrong, there's protests outside, but women and children going down. Like, they can't argue with women and children. Now, if they tried to brand flipping all the women who are there in Kirby, most of them are housewives or single mums. You're not going to affect them. That's what they're doing. They're trying to target them, calling them Nazis and far right for voicing concerns. But it's not going to harm them.
But this is my point. This is my point. I ask you, bro, right? And I ask everybody listening now in the chat. And it's like, okay, we're an Islamophobe. You're a far right racist. Okay, so the
nothing to do with Islam, though. Kirby's nothing to do with Islam.
From top to bottom, from the top to the bottom. Okay, so you've got the police, you've got the MPs, you've got the court system, you've got the kids looking after the kids, social for the kids and whatnot. Yeah, and these people would rather be classed as they're more worried about being classed as a racist than a fucking a paedophile apologist or you know what I mean? And that to me is insane. I would take you calling me a racist over being a non-apologist, bro. Yeah, I'm no fucking non-apologist. I'll take racism all day if that's the choice is. Yeah, but the police seem to be what they're saying. They're acting on racism. They don't want to be
drop the link for Ghost, lad, because me and you could be seen as an echo chamber. Ghost to be. Yeah, if you get on with him. Some people don't get on with him, lad, at all. Well, but I get on with him.
I don't get on with him, but I'll hear him out. But this is what this is.
No,
all
but
about.
I'm not dead against people who say refugees are welcome. I personally don't want any more immigration for about 5 years, 10 years, because we need to get our books in order, in my opinion. But
Agreed.
Someone has the opposite opinion, lad. I'm not going to fucking.
Until we get the
I'm not going to just hate you for having the opposite opinion to me, like. Because I can see where they're coming from, Taff. I can see where people are coming from. He's put humanity. It is humanity. But at the same time, if you can't offer these people anything because your country's on a downward slope, you know, you've got to reassess the situation. You've got to be able to be like when people did used to come and there was opportunities and times to prosper. These people, what type of life is it, lad, sitting in a hotel, not being able to do anything, lad? I'm even looking at it from the humanity point of that. Like, well, come over and waste your years away in a hotel room, lad. Bro. But don't worry, because you'll be able to get your teeth done. And if anything goes wrong with your bowels because we're feeding you absolutely shit food, don't worry, we'll get your bowels working again with a free operation. It's pathetic, lad.
How can we possibly help somebody coming over as a genuine refugee? Yeah, and I agree with you, right? Wales's doors are open all day for genuine refugees, right? But how can you possibly help somebody when your country and all the countries that are surrounding you are crippled? We are like exhausted. The infrastructure needs to be revamped. We need
exactly. And it's not the refugees asking to be put in hotels, Taff. It's not the refugees asking to be put in a hotel, is it? That's just our way of doing things now.
How can you help somebody on the detriment? How can you help somebody on the detriment and the crippling of your own country? It just doesn't make sense.
Exactly.
It doesn't make sense. And
the way I like to put it across to people now, so they can sort of get it into the mind, right? With what's going on, we're adding another Liverpool on, 500,000 people every year. We're just adding another city of Liverpool on, and we're just going to think that the NHS is going to pull itself out of its arse. The social care system is going to pull itself out of its arse by just piling on a city every year. It's nuts. It's fucking nuts. That's like me just turning up to yours every 6 months and giving you another kid and saying, yeah, cope. Just cope. You're going to have to make it work, lad. Just make it work. At some point, you're going to turn around and say, listen, I can't make it work without one of these dying, like.
Well, the fallout of all this is going to be, the way I see it going, in my opinion, of course, is the government now have pushed us as the ethnic people of Britain into a corner, right? And we're in a corner where it's like we see our own struggling and living on the streets, while everybody else coming in illegally seems to be getting a free ride. Yeah. And at the end of the day now, we got our girls who are literally being propositioned by male men as they're coming out of fucking school, and right in front of our eyes, bro. Right. Yeah. So before, say me and you now, we're coming from Iraq. Okay, me and you are Iraqis, and we're coming over. We're gonna know in Calais exactly what the law is over in Britain, what we can get away with, what's coming to us. Yeah, we just got to make it across our water. As soon as we get onto that fucking, we put our fucking 2 feet on the land, we've got it fucking done. We've got it sussed. You just got to make it across our water. That's all you got to do. That's the risk you're taking. That's the way I see it.
Even the people goading for this to happen, right? We've got kids in these hotels that are going missing daily.
Yeah.
Kids are getting abducted out of these hotels as well. So it's not just British people that are getting harassed and abducted. Kids, their own kids, are going missing outside of these hotels.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And this is what I got. There's not enough accountability for the government at all. The governments and the councils and the schools. You know, the schools sent messages round to the kids, the mothers and parents in Kirby to say, be careful because this is going on. And then want to label the same people far right because they've acted on something that you sent round to say, listen, there's an unsafe people in this hotel down the road, like.
Yeah.
And you don't say that to people in Kirby, lad. They'll just go and get you out, like. Just go away. Don't want you to just go away.
When it comes down to the safety of the kids, the labeling and putting people into shoeboxes is just non-existent with me. You because we should all be coming together on that same sort of thinking of the kids' safety comes first. Even if you haven't got kids, one day you will most probably will have kids. You know what I mean? And the future, as being adults, so-called adults, yeah, most of us, I like to think, like, what are we leaving Britain to? What future are we leaving them to? Like, do you know what I mean?
Well, you have these people. You have these people. You have these people who also who don't mind with the whole country getting built on. And this is where it goes down to sort of my my foundations, Taff.
Yeah.
I'm all about trying to be self-sustainable. Like, I'm not some green eco. I'm not going to try and get you to get an electric car or nothing. But this country should be self-sustainable. Because there's hard times ahead, there's going to be famines, there's all these things that they're telling us about, right, that could be coming on the way. And we're not looking at all on being self-sustainable. If anything, we're actually after more people. We're taking up more greenbelt land that won't be able to grow crops on. We're just losing land by the day. And if the shit hits the fan, lad, we're going to have a real shit situation coming.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And this is what I mean, that there needs to be. We're stuck in you do realise, like, our politicians and that are stuck in, like, 18th century way of thinking. Now, I love the 18th century and things like that. Respect a lot of things that went on. You know what I mean? A lot of shit went on as well. You know, architecture's brilliant and all stuff like that. There was things that we should look back in at all. But the thing is, the political system, lad, is outdated for the time we're in. We've never reassessed anything for future growth. We just get told, oh, you're getting wind farms. You know what I mean?
So Ghost has just said that's putting a target on in a hotel. No, the guy's
No,
action.
I think that was in relation to the text from the schools, lad.
Yeah, well, the guys and
Which
their
it
actions,
is, yeah.
the guys and their actions, yeah, are putting the target on the hotel. It's not. It's
Yeah.
Why can't they just keep their hands to themselves on that? Yeah, they know British law. They know what they can and can't get away with. They're playing it fucking dumb. They're playing fucking dumb, yeah, and trying to fucking use their own religion to get their fucking dirty little sordid fucking ways, yeah, and it's blatantly being done now in front of us, to a point where, like, well, Kirkby, God bless them, they've kicked off, and I don't blame them, but it'll
Like,
be
take the demographic tap. Sorry, lad, go on.
It'll be at the detriment of their own town, because their own town will be turned to fucking burnt to the fucking ground to get to these people. But
the thing is, Taff, it's the same. It's the same of a little carnival set up with a few fairground rides and all stuff like that. And one of them raped a local girl. That fucking carnival, we ran out.
Yeah,
we ran out, lad. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's to do with the action. It's the action, not the people. It's the action. Now, obviously, some people are getting caught in the crossfire, but you've got a big, you've got the community that don't forget, lad. Like, I've been to work nights out in there at Christmas and things like that. That is like, it's a used. You know what I mean? It's people have weddings there. That's all been stopped, and it's also been stopped for like a year or two. And the problem hasn't been. No one's had a big problem with it. You know what I mean? Up until this incident, which has kicked it all off. I keep on saying, there's not people going round to all the other hotels where we know that they're there. We know where they are in Liverpool in the hotels, because they're in another 2 or 3 hotels. People aren't going down there causing trouble. You know what I mean? It's an isolated incident over an isolated incident. Do you get me? Yeah. People have like I've had mates in it's not in there, but I've had 2 mates in another hotel that have had the wedding cancelled on them because they're housing these people. You know what I mean? So that's going to straight away. It's going to cut, and that's only one person I know. You know what I mean? Picture the amount of every weekend that's been booked up, because it's a big place where people get married. So I think that's been 52 weekends a year. No, that's 52 families that you've pissed off that have not acted on anything. But now a girl's being approached. It's kicked off.
And they usually plan like a year in advance. These hotels are booked, didn't they? It's all sort of like pre-planned, and so
Again, I keep on saying, this is what people should be pissed off with, by a private government security firm.
Yeah.
It's not even it's been outsourced. This is what, when people have a problem with the British Empire, Taff, this is the part of the British Empire that people had trouble with, which was the East Indian Trade Company. This is exactly what they've done with Serco. They've outsourced the problem to a private security firm who are acting, if you look at the videos, acting with heavy-handed tactics.
Yeah.
And no one's got a problem that the government have hired a private security firm to take over hotels and sack people.
Yeah, yeah. I think.
Forget about the refugees, lad. It's the governmental fucking. You know what I mean? It's the government are just they're just. And this is what I compared it to the other day. We cut a king's head off for doing this by acting against the people's will. You know what I mean? We've got a government doing the exact same fucking thing. Like, I'm not asking for. I'm not trying to goad anyone into. Don't act on it. You know what I mean? Don't go and attack Parliament or anything. But just open your eyes, start speaking to people, and start. You know, we need to make a stand as a country against this government corruption.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. 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 I totally agree. Yeah. Yeah.
Winds me up, lad.
It does.
Especially coming from here, Taff, where they're all old school Labour. Do you get me? Yeah. Anti fucking sort of what sort of conservative nowadays? You know what I mean? You don't want like state interference. People in Liverpool do want the gas companies to be owned by the state, and the railways to be owned by the state. The water company. We always talk about the corgi or the corpy coming round. You know what I mean? And helping where that's all gone. Do you know what I mean? And now what they've done is they've just replaced it with governmental bureaucracy and bodies. You know what I mean? They just throw a security firm at you, and then you're gonna start singing the praises of a private security firm acting on behalf of the British government. It's
chucking all red tape and that.
Yeah, and then they ring the police anyway. Then they ring the police. So double your tax. You see, your taxpayers' money is paying a private security firm. It's just fucking nuts.
Yeah, it was refreshing to hear Jukes and Trubida, like, because they always used to come to Lockerheads, like fucking me and Ghost fucking doing that, because it's like you got that mindset of like, I got no problem with Ghost coming in if he's got a like-minded and he's going to keep himself there, but he's thinking of my country. I mean, this is my country now, and you want to watch your daughter Taff and that, and this sort of fucking mindset and that. This is what we're dealing with, yeah. Getting up in his emotions because I'm saying Bradford smells of curry, yeah. And you got these like little fairies, like it's like dealing with little up in their emotions, little fairies, like.
But you can say a sheep shagger to a Welshman, which you can, we can have that banter. You know what I mean? That's what we're trying to say. Just laugh about it.
That's what I'm saying.
Just laugh about it, like
it is banter to me.
Own it.
But I haven't clipped any sort of thing with Ghost calling me a sheep shagger. Do you know what I mean? Because that's insane. That's insane.
It's like I say when I go around, like I travel around the country, work up and down the country. Like if I got offended at every Scouse joke, fucking hell, mate. I'd never get any work done.
At the end of the day,
do you know what I mean? You just laugh. We're all here for the same thing. We're not going to go toe to toe. Don't hate you. It's just a funny joke, isn't it? You know what I mean?
At the end of the day, it's the fucking truth. Bradford is the capital fucking curry city of Britain. It's been voted the curry city of Britain.
Mad.
But they want to twist it, get it twisted to suit their own fucking narrative, to make out that Taff is a fucking Taff is a racist, like. Okay, bro, Taff's a racist, and that. You can't say that. You can't say that. Boys fucking trying to be men, like. Up in your emotions, little squiggly puffs. But at the same time, Taff, sheep shagger, bah. Allow it, Taff. Allow it, bro. Because that's what I've been dealing with for years. We got to deal with it more, haven't we? We've just got to put up with it, like. Because it's the way it is as being Welsh. We own the fact. Like. We own it. It's not about moving on, Ghost. It's about your generation, bro. You're a fucking bunch of little fucking snowflakes. You can't say nothing to you without you going, ah! I mean, we can't talk to you. We can't talk to you about your fucking religion because you don't want to talk about your religion. Because I wouldn't want to either, to be fair. Because it fucking sucks. Yeah? It's stuck in a barbaric past where I haven't got no fucking ambition of being brought into 2023. You're just stuck in a past where people get stoned and women have third fucking class rights. But you want to then bring that and your fucking religion and your fucking attitude then towards the white fucking girls. And may I add, underage white girls. You want to bring that to fucking Britain. And that's where it doesn't mix. That's where it doesn't work. Because you're not respecting the fucking culture and the values of Great Britain and the law. Fuck your religion. Because you got people like you in it. You're a fucking idiot, bro. Fuck your religion. Yeah? Fuck your religion. Your prophet is fucking the worst of men. Your prophet is the worst of men. He's the worst of men. And that's your prophet. Just my opinion. Don't get up in your emotions. Read the banner going across the bottom. Fuck your religion. Your prophet is the worst of men, bro. He's not a good example. Your religion is fucking wank. It's got no room to ebb and flow. It's got no room to be brought into the fucking 2023 Britain. You want to be in Britain, yeah? Get away with your fuckery, and at the same time, bring Sharia law. Because that's what you want, you. You want Sharia fucking law. So fuck your religion, fuck you, Ghost, and fuck your fucking up in your feelings, little cunt of what you are. Clip that.
Let's go back to Al-Quds Day. Hey, Tav, let's go to Al-Quds Day. That's celebrating the victory over the Jews.
Crying. Ghost, you be crying when you fucking carted out here. Yeah, you be crying when you're on that plane. Yeah. You be crying,
Tav,
bro.
Bring up Al-Quds Day. Google Al-Quds Day and we'll read what it is, because that gets celebrated over here now. And that's for the death of Jews.
You're fucking welcome, you Ghost. You can fuck off. Take your fucking values and fuck off. Dirty fucking nonsense is what you are. The fucking lot of you.
No, it's after you don't need to go down that
route. Oh, fuck him.
No, but you end up looking unhinged, lad.
No,
you end up looking unhinged.
No, it'd be fucked. I got my values, my opinion. It's not welcome here in Britain. Because they haven't got no respect for us. They got no respect for our girls. Yeah? They got no respect for our fucking values. They got no respect for our laws. They got no respect for the land. So fuck them and fuck their religion. Because if he was honest, he'd be saying the same to us. Because that's the way he thinks. Fuck you and fuck your fucking Britain, because it's going to be ours soon. Yeah, the Muslims are taking over. That's the attitude he got. So fuck him and fuck his religion. Just my opinion, of course. Are you spelling Quds? Al-Quds, K-U-D? I mean, you wouldn't be able to get away with the fuckery that you're doing in Britain, in Afghanistan. You wouldn't be able to get away with it in your fucking Muslim countries. You wouldn't be able to get away with the fuckery that you're doing. Yet you want to stay in Britain.
To go off on a side note, Taff, this is where I don't understand about the left. You know, the left who talk about like toxic masculinity, and you do look at some of the, and I know you can't tarnish everyone with the same brush, but when you look at the countries of the men that are coming over, and you want to talk about toxic masculinity, why are they all for mass immigration from countries that don't have the same respect for women that they expect from their own men?
It's not your country, Ghost. It's not your country, bro. You're a resident in there. You're a guest. You're a guest there, bro.
That if he feels it's his country, like I said before, Taff. How can you argue against it?
Well, when he's threatening my daughter's going to be next in that, groomed in that.
I don't know about that, lad.
By his fucking lot.
Is that what he said? Your daughter's going to be next?
Yes, bro.
Scumbag. Why are you doing that, Ghost? What's the point, lad? What's the point? What's the fucking point? Fed up of all this division, lad. When are people ever going to realise? Come together, lad. All this fucking division.
Man. He's a scumbag, and fucking don't get it twisted with him. He always have been. Do you know what I mean? Fucking scumbag, little bitch. They don't fucking like it when it comes back on them. But they can say whatever the fuck they like, yeah? Call us Islamophobes, call us far right, call it, stop praying about your job, Taff, yeah? Fuck off. Fuck off. You are my evidence, Ghost. You are my walking evidence, you dickhead. Just the way you are, like, you twat. You are my evidence. You fucking dull you are. Dave.
Yeah, it's me. Sorry about that.
Oh, good. Okay, so this is Al-Quds Day.
Yeah.
Is this UK? Is this UK? That's what I mean. That's if you can put in Al Quds Day, Blackburn, and see if anything comes up, lad.
Was it Blackburn?
Blackburn, yeah. If we're talking about hateful rhetoric, like.
Okay, here we go, then.
Oh yeah, I'll just go for that one, Taff.
The top one, yeah? No, this is Palestinian. I don't know if you get Blackburn, yeah. Blackburn, UK.
Yeah, they're all big on the Palestine thing, aren't they?
Well, just put that one you were going to put on, Taff.
Breaking news, folks. Historically, that region belonged to Jews. I don't know. And it became Palestine because of the Ottoman Empire. So you're the invaders. So when you give back Egypt and you give back Algeria and you give back all this land that these Arab invaders have stole, then talk to us, innit? Well, other than then, what can I say?
I got no respect for people who got no respect for me and my fucking values and my culture and my girls, yeah? No fucking values at all. So fucking don't expect anything back.
I've got no problem with a Jewish state of Israel.
I got no problems with immigrants who coming from war-torn countries. I got no problem with people coming over legally. No problem with it at all. But we're in such a mess at the moment, yeah? And people are saying, yeah, we want more. Let them all in. Let them in. Let them in. Fucking dickheads.
Yeah, it don't seem to be going too well, does it?
Fucking mindless fucking dickheads, like.
We should just accept it, though. We should shut up for the sake of diversity.
Yeah, that's what we're supposed to do. Yeah.
Taffy, do you know what happened to me today, mate? I put up a video.
You got struck, bro, yeah?
They stung this fella, right? He's trying to meet a 13-year-old. I got fucking strike for harassment. Madness. They said that it was racist or something. Like, it was fucking child protective services stinging this fucking fella. So
Taff, I'm going to have to go, lad. I've only got 1%.
With you. And we are proud that she was able to come all the way from Israel. And thank our partners, Stand With Us, for bringing her here today. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, I'd like to introduce Kay Wilson.
Okay, big up, even, lad. Big up, lad. Boss, you just stay in England where you're protected with all your dirty fucking non-fucking buddies, yeah? You just stay in England because you come over into Wales and you're going to have your fucking dirty jaw broken, yeah?
First things first. Modani lefenecha. Melech chai v'kayam shifsa tevi nishmati b'chemla. Rabba emuntecha. 4 days ago, an inferno ravished a building in this city, the city where I was born, and scores of men, women, and children tragically lost their lives. London is smouldering with grief and shock. There's another fire burning that, if left unattended to, threatens to devour everything in its path. Islamic Jihad, of which I am a survivor. 6.5 years ago, 2 Palestinian terrorists held my American Christian friend and I hostage for half an hour on the Israel National Trail. Then they gagged and bound us and forced us to our knees. One butchered Christine to death before my eyes, while the other simultaneously hacked to me with his machete. Their cleavers chopped away her future generations and ripped apart her family's heart. Their knives decimated the person I once was. It's with deep gratitude that I recall the Israeli Muslim surgeon who stitched up my diaphragm, drained my lungs from blood, stapled my 13 machete lacerations, and tended to my over 30 broken bones. By saving my life, this dear Muslim doctor enabled me to get back to work and become an educator for the wonderful organization Stand With Us. who not only educate people about Israel, but are enabling, lobbying the stopping of the funding of terrorism. It is a hateful lie and a racist slur to say that all Muslims are terrorists. However, it is deluded, disingenuous, and dangerous to claim that terrorism has absolutely nothing to do with Islam.
Take a look at this picture. This is a woman named Maria.
Fucking I could stay. I don't know what that's about, to be fair.
Yeah,
have you heard of that before, Dave?
No. Have I got an echo?
No.
No, nice one. No, mate, I have no idea what that was.
Yeah. Too scared to come on the panel and that. We got a lot to say with your little fucking chopsy index fingers and that, Ghost, yeah?
He's a troll, Taff.
He's an absolute mongo.
Yeah.
He's an absolute mongo of a man, bro.
How are you doing today, Taffy? You all good?
Tip top, bro. Tip top, yeah.
Good.
But I tell that fucking video Jupes played earlier, isn't it? I done a review on it like late the other morning. Like I tell you now, I just shaking my head for like 45 minutes. Like what the fuck, like?
Yeah, it's infuriating. Yeah.
And that should have been aired on a Channel 4, BBC, ITV, fucking or Channel 5, fucking 30, 40 years ago, bro. we most probably wouldn't be talking about it now today.
It's true. But they don't want us knowing the truth. That's the worrying thing, innit? They want to hide it. And because they're working class, they seem to be fair game, innit? So.
Well, it's only the working class who seems to be bothered and getting fucking who thinks it's disgusting, like.
Well, it's our communities that are under attack, aren't they, Taffy? But we're being told because we're working class and thinking we should just shut up and accept it, but we're never going to do that, are we?
No, we'll watch anyway. Thank fuck, innit? Yeah. Got these fucking, they've got these brain dead lefties, who want to bring Hitler and that into arguments. They want to fucking. It's unbelievable, Div. The world that we're going into, and the world that my 8-year-old is growing up into. Like when you got men like fucking Ghost there now in Britain, yeah.
But
and that mindset is gonna obviously his mindset is gonna think off on other people who haven't got a mind to tell him that you're wrong and like. I mean, your views and your values are fucking shit. Yeah.
Here's where the main problem lies, Taffy. Yeah. The greatest example, the person that they deem to be the greatest of all examples, had sex with a 9-year-old.
Say that again, Dave.
Oh, is my mic on?
No, I did hear you, but just say it again, bro.
The problem that we face is that the greatest example, had sex with a 9-year-old. And that breeds so many problems. Because could you imagine, Taff, if you're born, and you're told this person is the greatest example ever. You follow your life to how this person lives his life and you will be a good person. And then you come to find out that person had sex with a 9-year-old.
Yeah.
What would that lead that person to think?
But like,
would it potentially lead people to think it's okay? Because maybe that's what's going on.
Think of it this way, Dave, right? Like Ghost have just said there now, well, maybe this, that, the other, whether she was or whether she wasn't. I'm not going to have my head fucking, I'm not going to lose my life for wanting to get out of that fucking religion. Yeah? I'm not going to lose my life again wanting to get out of that religion. Whereas if you want to leave fucking Islam, Ghost, you're going to have your fucking life, you're going to lose your life.
No, but Taffy, our example...
So you were following, you've lived your life now and you realise, okay, certain books, certain hadiths, right, are saying this about the great man, about the prophet. Yeah? So okay, let's get out of this. I don't like this because I'm against fucking pedophilia. I'm against fucking all that shit. But then when you do want to get out, it's not an easy way out, Dave.
Yeah. But here's the thing. Our example is Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ never had sex with no child.
No.
Do you understand the difference? This
No.
is the difference. This night and day.
Well, it's
So
nothing.
one breeds the potential of, you know, and the other breeds,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? It's this.
He's in my eyes, Prophet Muhammad, piss upon him, not peace be upon him, piss on him, yeah, is one of the worst examples of a man. Just like these groomers who are following his example, they're the worst examples of us men. But they're using these words and his teachings to get away with their fuckery. You dirty Rollins.
I feel sorry for people like this, Taff, because they've been groomed themselves. They're in a cult. Islam is the biggest cult in the world. And they're born into it and they're told by their parents, you're this. They don't find it. They don't come to it. They're just born and they're told, you're this.
But they don't know nothing about Islam, or Dave, if you ask them. They just use it as an excuse. They use it as none of them know anything about Islam.
Yeah, but Islam is a supremacist, colonialist ideology, Taff.
That's why none of them want to talk about Islam.
Yeah, it's oppressive to its core. It teaches you how to treat people who are not Muslims in Muslim countries. It's
well, if you don't
highly
like it,
oppressive.
Jump on the panel and say with your chest, "Oh, fuck off, bro." If you don't like it, fuck off. Go to your fucking go to your Nancy fucking brothers channels where you can fucking pick up your prophet and that. Yeah.
Yeah, but he doesn't understand immaculate conception.
My personal opinion, I'm going to call him out.
Yeah, but Taff, you don't have to finger with people like him. He's a fly. He's just a fly. Immaculate conception. He doesn't understand what it is. But we don't need to go down that path. We just need to simply focus on the fact that your example, your greatest example, had a child as a wife, had sex with a child. It is a tremendously bad example for people in today's society. But you will still uphold that individual. It's bad. You know it's bad. I know it's bad. You can't deny the fact that it's bad.
Yeah.
Your greatest example married a child.
Yeah. And Mary, peace be upon her. Yeah. Blessed Mary. She wasn't thinking by a man. It was immaculate conception. It was God. It wasn't no man.
Yeah, of course. But they don't understand.
So don't bring your shit over here. Your Prophet Muhammad is just a man, a dirty ass, barbaric fucking warlord. Yeah, that's all he is. Done nothing apart from fucking made people like you, Ghost. You know what I mean? Waste men. He's the worst of fucking men. That's your prophet, like. That is your prophet, like. He's the worst example of men. Peace be upon him, for fuck's sake. Peace be upon him.
What they're promoting, what they promote and what they follow is extremely dangerous to society. And everywhere it's been, it's created chaos. That's a fact. Look at Muslim countries.
Dave, they can't even be like open with it and have discourse and say, okay, yeah, the Hadiths follow it, but I'm a Quran only Muslim. All right, so okay, that's fair enough. Then we can sort of talk a little bit now, yeah. But you got these these fucking ones like Ghost. It's the Hadiths they're following, though, and it's the Hadiths that condemn him. It's the Hadiths that actually condemn him as being a fucking paedophile.
Yeah, but also you see, with Islam, it teaches you how to keep slaves. Right hand possessors. It's a war manual. Is the Quran? This is what it is. People like to act like Islam is the religion of peace. No, it's not. It's the religion of war. They know it.
It's a religion in pieces. Yeah, it's a religion in pieces. It's just it's in indoctrination for dull, mindless people like Ghost, like. Do you know what I mean? People with a brain and any sort of compassion with them, they can get into it and they can have the strength and the courage to come out of it and come out of it better the other side. Do you know what
He's
I mean?
triggered though, Nata. He's triggered. Just let him simmer, man. Let him just simmer.
There's nothing he can say to justify his stance.
Oh yeah, look, he said they're a warrior religion. Okay, you're a warrior religion, are you? Colonialist, potentially.
You keep telling yourself that, bro. You're a worrying religion. A bunch of you're a bunch of warriors, like, yeah. And Islamophobia isn't even a word, Ghost. It's a made-up word by Muslims because you're all up in your squiggly poofs. Yeah.
No, but listen, to break down what he just said there, Taff. On one hand, they'll tell you it's the religion of peace, but Ghost has now just told us it's a warrior's religion. So which one is it? Is it a religion of peace or is it a warrior's religion? Which one is it? And I still want to know, what do women get when they go to heaven? Anyone got any answers?
Shut up, Ghost, you fucking racist. Fucking wrong and racist, fucking paedophile, fucking supporting bastard apologist you are.
Do you know what I seen the other day, Taff? I seen this Muslim lady here. And she had her hair covered and everything. But her ankles were showing. She was showing her ankles. And I was thinking to myself, do they even understand their religion? It's like a lot of these Muslim women that I'm seeing, they got like the hijab half covering their hair and all this kind of stuff. Now, the reality is, they're running around telling us how strong their religion is, but they're losing their women. Their women are becoming more and more and more liberalized by the day. That's what they need to focus on.
I've nobody told Ghost he's going to be going to hellfire. That's where you're going to be going, bro. The truth and the way is through Jesus, bro. You know what I mean? You can't even argue with that. Perfect example of a man. There's nothing I can use or the teachings of Jesus to put any hurt or harm on any of you. Nothing I can use from his teachings. Yeah. Other than what he says, many will come in my name. There will be false religions. Yeah. Many will come in my name and speak lies. But my way is the truth and it's the way. And only through God, you'll only find God through me. Yeah,
you know that Kirby
not
thing?
Fucking Mohammed. That's how fucking foolish you are, see, Ghost. That's how dull you are.
Yeah, that Kirby thing, it's a joke, man. That geezer comes out of that hotel, goes onto the street and think, what, he's just gonna pull a schoolgirl? This cunt's come into this country and his objective is to find himself a 15-year-old girlfriend. He's a grown man. What the fuck are we importing here?
Yeah, well, this is it, but yeah, well, Jesus is the top prophet in Islam, Ghost. Yet you choose to follow Muhammad and his teachings. What the fuck,
Taffy's just begging it now, man.
What they do class Jesus as the top prophet, yet they would rather follow the word of Muhammad. How fucked up is that?
No, but they're actually a religion of antichrist. They deny Christ. They deny that Christ died on the cross. They are the antichrist religion.
They deny the resurrection, Dave. That's what they deny.
No. They say he was taken from the cross and took up into the heavens by their God. They deny Christ.
Yeah.
They don't think Jesus died for our sins. It is the antichrist religion. Is someone here? We got a new person.
Yeah, we cut his cam, I think. I hope.
Oh, you did.
Oh, I got sorry.
But you accept Jesus as the top prophet, yet you'll have a second-hand fucking. You bow down to a fucking. You bow down to a black stone.
They lie about Jesus. There's the worst lie ever told. They deny Christ. It's the antichrist religion, Tap. If I was the devil and I was going to create a religion, I would have created Islam. Because it takes people away from Jesus.
Islam is taken from the Bible. Islam is taken from Hindu text. It's like it's been mashed up and mixed up from all different religions, to suit Muslims.
No, but Taff, if you wanted to create confusion and you wanted to take people away from Christ, you would do it by creating another religion, because their God is a confused God, right? Because he's come along and he said, right, Christianity isn't working, so he's going to create a new religion. Now, remember, God knows everything. So God knows when he creates this new religion, he's going to have many, many different sects. Many different. You got Sunnis, you got Shias. Not even Muslims can agree on how to follow Islam. What all-knowing God would create something like that? And the religion that he was looking to replace is still as strong as ever and will never ever go anywhere.
But
no God would do that.
Okay. But think of it this way now, right? So Jesus comes and he says, he is without sin, cast the first stone. Yeah, he stopped that woman, the prostitute, from getting stoned in the street. Okay, right? So now 1400 years later, the Muslims come in and say, stone him. That's confusing, isn't it? That's really confusing from God's point of view, right? So you're saying 1400 years before Islam come around, he is without sin. I am the way, I am the truth. You will only find God is through me. I am the way, right? And then 1400 years later, he's saying now, stone them, chuck them in an hole in the street and stone them. You can all stand around them and chuck stones at her. But 1400 years ago, you weren't supposed to do that. So it's contradiction.
Of course.
Stuff a ghost.
No all-knowing entity would have created something as stupid as Islam. It's just not going to happen.
without no sort of you.
Jesus brought Islam.
It's stuck in a barbaric non-Nazi barbaric past. Yeah.
No mention of Muhammad or Islam in the Bible. This is like, yeah, but Jesus brought Islam, of course. This is just ridiculous.
Fuck it, you need Jesus, you do, Ghost, bro. You really do, but you need help. You need help, like you really need help, but
I don't even think he's a religious nut. I think he's just been born and told you're a Muslim, and he's had it drilled into his head, and he doesn't know anything else. He's just
because he's a wrong.
Simple.
Because he's a wrong un. Islam is the only one that allows him to be a wrong un. So he's
a simpleton, isn't it? It's a cult, Taffy. It's a cult. You're born and you're told you're this, and they go along with it. It's a cult.
Yeah, but if I wanted to be a proper wrong un, and I could use my prophet as the perfect example, then Islam is the one, isn't it? Fuck off,
you're right.
Come on. I'm going to Yeah, I think she is. I hope she is. No, she's gone. 2 seconds. I'm going to nip to the toilet. Don't leave my crowd. 2 seconds.
Dropped out. Come. Yeah, is it? But with Christianity, people find it themselves. We don't have this system of, and we definitely don't have something where you can't leave. Think about it. Christianity. If you leave Christianity and you don't have the threat of death hanging over you. It's not a thing. You leave Islam, there's things in place where you should actually be killed.
No. They got 72 virgins waiting for him, Dave. The Nazi little cunts. Come on. It's all set around kids. It's all set around the fucking sexual exploitation of kids. The Nazi little wrong uns.
He thinks Bob wants to be a Muslim.
Fucking yeah, of course he do.
Let me give.
I mean.
Yeah, but Ghost obviously is not very educated when it comes to history. When you're talking about strength, go and look at the Crusades and go and look what we did to the Ottomans and to the Islamic Crusaders.
Fucking perfect for a wrong un like Ghost it is.
No, it's not by explaining. It's just one's a cult and the other one's a religion. What can I say? You can leave Christianity. No one's going to kill you for doing it. Don't alarm bells go off though when it's like, oh no, if you leave this thing, we'll kill you. It's like, what the fuck? Yeah, of course. Anyway, you're boring. I don't even know why. Taffy's entertaining you. I gotta go in a minute. Is Taffy popped off? Come on and talk about something else, Cam. I don't know. Ghost, why are you telling us that? Go and tell your boyfriend that, bro. That's got nothing to do with us. How many people you converted on YouTube, Ghost? These guys, man, he's hilarious. But yeah, it is what it is. It is what it is. Yeah, wait for Taft to come back, and I'm gonna think. Yeah, I can't believe I got a strike today for harassing a nonce. What the fuck is going on in the world? They proper want. This guy came to the United Kingdom. He's from Pakistan. He came to the United Kingdom. He's studying law, and in the process of him being here, he's contacted a 13-year-old online, and he's obviously been stung. So I put up the video of him being stung, and I got done for harassment. What the fuck? So yeah, I've been done for harassing a nonce. Google. What can I say? But Pauline, that's all subjective, isn't it? That is all subjective, and it all really, in the end of the day, comes down to whichever nutter's leading at that moment in time. Because Islam is tremendously susceptible to dictatorships. That's basically what it is, theocracy. But I will stick to that point. The example, the person they are told is the example, the greatest example, had sex with a child. That opens so many doors. It is unbelievable. Because if you are that way inclined, you're going to look at that and go, okay, well, he did it, so why can't I do it? There's no getting away from that. Never. So yeah, I think Tassov taking a piss, or he's cooking chicken Kievs, because he is the chicken Kiev king. Yeah, Justice, they say anything, man. They'll tell you 15 different things at once. It's the religion of peace, then Ghost is telling it's the warrior's religion, and it's like, leave it out, man. It's a supremacist, colonialist ideology. That's what it is. And it oppresses women, and it oppresses anybody who ain't them. Go and look how minorities are treated. Religious minorities are treated in Muslim countries. I'm seeing video after video every day of people, Christians, being beat to death in the streets by Pakistanis. This is what we're seeing. They are not tolerant. They're not tolerant in the slightest. People are treated appallingly in Muslim countries. They don't have rights. Yeah, well, Mickey Mouse is a Muslim then. That's your mentality. But whatever, man.
What's that fucking retard on about now?
I don't know, mate. I don't know. He is a simpleton.
It's not our fault your prophets are nonce, bro. I mean, it's not our fault, isn't it?
He said religious minorities are treated nicely in Muslim countries. This is why no one should ever listen to this person. He's a liar. He lies 24/7.
Under Sharia law, you wouldn't be able to get away with half the fucking shit you get away with in Britain. So don't fucking come in over here, bro. That's why you're over here, because you're allowed to get away with your fucking gobby little lip. Yeah? Because over there, you wouldn't be able to get away with it. Fucking idiot.
No, you got the way that Christians are treated in Muslim lands is appalling, and Sikhs and Hindus, the way they're treated, bloody hell, it's even worse.
Not get it twisted, bro. If it was good enough for him, he'd be gone. Do you know what I mean? He wouldn't be here.
Muslims are allowed to lie. Yes, it's called taqiyya. Yeah, obviously, as you know yourself.
Not get it twisted. We all know the reason why they're here.
That's it, man.
Yeah, you can think it's a country, but you'll never be Welsh, bro. Because there's no fucking Welsh in you. Yeah, you can claim England if you want. That's down to the English to take that up with you. But you'll never be Welsh. You'll never be fucking Welsh. Because no part of you is Welsh.
Why does he think that's going to bother people if he says this is my country? It doesn't it don't make no sense. It's like he's fishing. He's like trying to get reactions because he's a very sad person. But yeah,
that's the Muhammad in him.
Well, he's pushing it even further now.
I want to be Welsh. Yeah, all the Welsh people in my chat want to be Welsh. Yeah.
Did it go, Victoria? Has it been deleted? What is going on? Oh, fucking hell, I don't know what's happened there.
I didn't see no grooming happening in Wales on our demographic from the fucking, So this fucking big up the Welsh.
The most worrying thing is though, Taffy, and I think Tom Robson said it himself.
Your country's the grooming capital of the world, Ghost.
I think is through all those cases with all those grooming gangs, not one person reported it from the Muslim community. Not one.
But this is it, Bo.
That is bad.
Yeah,
it's sad,
because the brotherhood is tight, as he likes to put it. It's tight. We're a tight community, yeah. They're a tight community. They stick together.
I think what it really is, don't happen in reality. They were scared. I think, unfortunately, you see these people who are operating in this way. They're not. I don't believe a rapist will just rape one type or something. I mean, a rapist is a rapist. So I think the sad thing to come next is how many girls in these communities have also been victims of rape. But it's just being hidden even more than it is with the white girls. Because that kind of level of abuse, these men doing that kind of thing, they're going to be doing it in their own communities as well. But I think
can I say something? Can I? Sorry, Tough. Big up, Tough. Dave. Amy. No, because I'm too tired, right? And yeah, this is usually me that time after me dinner and after coming home from work and doing all my shit. I don't know actually why I'm having this with you since you're not Muslim or Christian or anything else. Again, I'm talking to Ghost because he's bringing in Mary and Jesus, right? We're not talking about grooming gangs or nuncy pedo priests, which again, 1%, not all priests. Again, I have called out many, many times, and they're not Christians in America that do that. They're fucked up who do that. Now, again, if you have Muslims actively saying, no, it doesn't happen, and I say, actually, it still does, there's proof. But then you burn in and say, yeah, but like, again, I'm talking to Ghost who keeps bringing in Jesus. You do not honor Jesus if you do not believe that he died and was resurrected 3 days later. And unfortunately, Muslims don't believe that. You just don't believe that. You just don't believe he died on the cross.
I bet you don't want to talk about religion, Ghost. I bet you don't.
So again, stop bringing Mary into it. Mary was a virgin. Aisha, her father gave her up at 6, offered her up like a piece of meat that she was, so he could become the Caliphate after Madmo had died, right?
Yeah.
So again, I'm trying my best not to insult your prophet or your fucking religion. I'm trying my best to stay on the outskirts of this whole shite.
Fuck up.
Then you bring in Mary, right? You bring in Mary. But what was Mary? She was fucking older than Aisha was, and she was a fucking virgin. Now, Aisha, she was that fucked up inside. She couldn't bear any kids. God bless her. God bless that poor child. She had alopecia over the anxiety of being fondled every day because he couldn't penetrate her.
Wow.
But he did. Didn't with his flu. Now again, where did Mary marry a 59-year-old when she was 6? You don't. So don't fucking turn around and bring in Jesus and give her all this bollocks.
It was
and then turn around and say, well, it's Islamophobes. Now, maybe a cult to you, Amy, right? But as I said, In my opinion, it's better than nothing. It's my religion. It's what my comfort blanket is. It will do for me.
There was no man.
I'm not going to Pakistan, Saudi Arabia, or any of that shit trying to
There's
force
no argument. There's
my
no
religion.
argument, Cam, because there was no man involved with Mary.
Listen, you cannot compare Jesus and Mo. You cannot. One was sinless, the other was nothing but a fucking walking, talking sin. He was a warlord.
It's a weak argument. We know the examples that Jesus gave for the world. We know what he represents.
Do you know what the one thing that Mad Mo did get right? He predicted, right, that there would be like so many different sects of fucking Islam, right? But that there's only one true version. Now, I ask each and every Muslim, because 72 sects out there of Islam too, which is love to like throw in their faces and say like a Bible is not like all that, but you have like 27 Qurans too. Like, so it's kind of like ironic. It's like you came after us, but like you say Jesus was a Muslim. How was he a Muslim if you came after us? How does that work, Ghost? How? Now again, we can go back to your scripture where it says Aisha was cleaning spunk stains off Mo's clothes. Where in the Bible does it say anything about Mary doing that for Joseph? No, you come back with such weak shit like that, like Joseph was like so old and like, no, he wasn't. He was in his 30s.
So we only need Islam in Britain. Is that what you're saying, Ghost? Is that what you're saying?
Well, the fact that he promotes that ideology shows how dangerous he actually is, right? Let's be honest.
Yeah. So we need Sharia law and Islam in Britain.
She wasn't 8, you fool, you. She wasn't fucking 8, you fool.
It doesn't matter. There was no man involved.
Show me a Bible. Show me a scripture, a Bible, where it says she was 8 when she gave birth to Jesus. Show me it.
It doesn't matter. There was no man involved.
No, it does, because this is how to get away with the bullshit.
It's immaculate.
It's how to get away with. Again, you go to my book to tell me to try batter me with it. It's like, are you listening to yourself? You're not even using your own fucking ideology, your own books. You're using ours or the Jews. Do you hear yourself? But yet you think you're number one.
The Ghost just agree with Amy when she said that you're following people who might not have existed. The Ghost just agree with it.
I wonder.
Some arguments are
I wonder, because Amy used to be a Muslim. Did you have any?
Yeah, but she used to be Christian too, so she has a view on both sides.
Did she
has a view on both sides?
Did you face any sort of backlash when you wanted?
Well, she's still fucking walking and talking, so I'm guessing not any. Like, well, especially not where she came from anyway, because there wasn't a lot there. So if it had been in London, maybe. Because we know what they've done to their own, right? And when I say that, like, I mean, I've seen Pakistani communities do it. Honor killings, they're called. Right, Ghost? Honor killings.
Yeah,
where she dare leaves either her husband or the great Islam.
It sounded like blasphemy to me, Justice. It looked like blasphemy to me.
Be chucked off a mountain, wouldn't he? If in Afghanistan. That's what they do with fucking batty men, isn't it?
Amy's getting too inner at the moment. She's back on the hype.
So they chuck batty men off mountains in
Afghanistan. He's getting more and more involved.
I'm sure they do.
I don't know, mate. But we've given people a comprehensive breakdown of what the situation is and how it operates. So if you want to play nicey with a extremely oppressive ideology,
but
good luck to you, folks.
You can't. You see what happens, right? Why? Because you and look, as I said, right, and as I said to Amy, no, I'm not saying all Muslims. Of course I'm not. I'm not that dumb to insinuate all of them. But now, and here comes the puppet, right? And that's for grooming. But when it comes to their religion, yes, every last one of them has to fall in line. Every last one of them. So no, not all of them are groomers. But when it comes to their religion, yes, they will fall in line. And as the book says, obey the law while you're the minority, but when you become the majority, then you implement Islam. Right, Ghost?
They're
Right?
supposed, and they're supposed to be pious, pious Muslims and whatnot.
Yeah. It's not about the individuals though. You just focus on the ideology and what it preaches and what it promotes. And the reality is, it is exactly what we're saying it is.
So, but like trying to understand the Sunni and Shias and that. What's the difference there then?
One of them believes that Aisha was 18. Ghost believes she was 6, right?
Yeah.
One of them, it's very, it's very like Catholic and Protestant, right? That's what I can compare it to. But it's weird, right? It's weird. Now, if I had a choice out both, unfortunately, I would probably go with the one that is less extreme. If I had to, but they're the minority. They're only 20%, and they're hated. They're hated by them. So, yeah.
Oh, the ones who think it's hate.
So yeah, Shia. I think it's Sunni. Shia and Sunni. I think Sunni is the minority 20% ones, and they're the ones that believe.
Okay,
Shias. There's more Sunnis than Shias.
And would they
right, there you go. So
would they be Quran only Muslims then? The 20%?
No, they have a deep. It's a different line. They had a fight over who's the actual fucking. I don't know who's got the right word.
Ali was meant to take. Ali was meant to be after Mo died. Ali was meant to become Khalifa, and yeah, they had other plans for that shit. Aisha was meant to go too, but no, and then that's what they go at the that verse. So what they done was killed all of Mo's fucking line, literally. So none of his line could take over. And yeah, neither could Aisha though. Neither could Mother Aisha. Why was that?
So
why was that?
Going back
when Mo died, that Aisha couldn't take over.
Going back to Speaker's Corner, that Shia, is it Blade Runner? Is it they call him?
Yeah.
Was it he got chased out of the park? He's that 20%, is he?
Yeah. So Saudi Arabia is Sunni and Iran is Shia. And then Pakistan Sunni, and then the majority are Sunnis. And Shias are tremendously oppressed when they're in Sunni-dominated countries.
They are. You see why? Because they're hated. They're hated, and that's why I said it was kind of. It's very kind of like Catholic and Protestant. You know what I mean? But
yeah. But their Sharia law is the same, no matter.
Yes, look. They differ, like us Catholic and Protestants. We differ on certain things, but at the end of the day, we agree on the main fundamental things of Christianity, and that's all that matters, really.
Yeah. Okay.
And that's what that again, right? If you believe that Jesus is your savior, yes, that he died and was resurrected 3 days later, but they don't.
Unless they know that hell is a good place. They know.
Listen, how can you turn around and say that he was your prophet when you openly mock him, and then have a fanny fart, have a fanny fit when we say but yo, what about your warlord, mad prophet, and you just get it's madness. It's just hold on a minute.
It's me.
So, you know what I mean? You don't say shit about his, we don't say shit about yours, but you come across Ghost as you're a antagonizing little bastard.
He's emotional, isn't he? He's very emotional,
And you say, it doesn't bother you, and it's I don't want to have to go there, and then you push her, and you push her, and you push her, and you push her, and then I go there.
He's saying,
but it's all right for you to mock.
He's a Muslim.
Mary and Jesus, right? It's fine for you to openly mock. And how old was she, Cam, when she gave? The clue is in the title. It's in the name. She didn't have sex. She was a virgin.
How old do you think he was when he married Aisha, Shines?
He was 59 and she was 6.
Shines?
Oh, sorry.
Shines.
He switched his caps on. Oh, for fuck's sake.
No,
Shines.
I didn't.
Ghost,
No, I
you're
didn't.
lying. You're
One
lying
second.
because you've openly
one-
sat there and watched Tony May disrespect Jesus from top to bottom
How old do you
on
think?
Jacko
how
Radios.
old-
Please don't, and son. Don't piss
Alright,
on
anyway.
me and tell me it's raining,
How
please.
old do you think Aisha was when he married her, Shines?
One sec. Was that?
Shines, are you on a different panel or are you on this panel?
No, what it is, I've got people around, and I'm doing sort of certain things, and I only got about 10 minutes. Regarding about your saying about Aisha and whatever, that was history. You know, when the roots were coming from the grass, they didn't even know what food was.
Can you tell
That
me
was
what?
then,
Can you tell me
okay?
how old you
People
think?
didn't even know how to feed themselves.
Okay, so you're not going to give me an
Yeah,
answer then.
so that was then. We're talking about now.
Okay, so you're not going to give me an
So you
answer.
need to tell Ghost that. You need to tell Ghost
No,
that.
no.
Was Muhammad the example for all time, Shine?
All right, listen. It seems like you're criticizing a prophet, and
He's
you
a
don't
fucking
have
wanker,
the
bro.
evidence.
He's not a
No, one
prophet
sec.
to me.
No,
He's
one
not a
sec.
prophet.
You
He's
are.
a nonce.
All right, that's what you're saying. It's up to
No,
you.
that's what your
You
book
know what I
say.
mean?
That's what your
And
book
look,
say.
listen. One
I'm
sec.
not
What
saying
does
it.
it
Your
say
book,
in the Bible to kill
no,
the
your book,
children?
your book
You
said
fucking idiot.
that's the Old Testament. You fucking
Yeah,
idiot.
Old Testament is
Old
still the
Testament,
fucking
yeah.
original one.
Yeah,
You
there is
shut the
no.
fuck up.
Yeah,
Why don't
but
you
there
talk
is
about
no
it?
new test. There is no new fucking Quran.
No, I ain't got time for
There
this.
is no
Anyway,
new Quran. You dickhead.
anyway, I ain't got time for this bullshit.
Well, fuck off then. Get off the
and-
panel then. Get off.
Why? Why?
Because
Because you don't like the truth.
If
You
you
don't
haven't
like
got
the
time,
truth.
if you haven't got time to be questioned, get off the fucking panel.
I'm answering it. You're just
Go on
shouting
then.
like a
Go on
bitch.
then.
All right.
Answer me, then, you bitch.
Anyway, Dave. I was saying, yeah, you're talking about, children getting abused and whatever. I mentioned this years ago online. I said about the schools, about the NHS is being bought out.
No, we was talking about Muhammad.
Yeah.
We was talking about Islam.
No, you weren't. You was talking about Muslims grooming kids, yeah? So
No, I was talking about Islam. No, I was talking about Islam.
You're criticizing Islam and Pakistani.
No, you've just come on and
All right, let me just make it quick and clear, yeah? At the end of the day, no, one sec. At the end of the day, Dave, yeah? Look at your government. Look at our politics. Look at our MPs. Look at our police officers, top Met police.
That's a deflection, Sean.
Yeah,
you can't
no,
answer
it's
the
not.
question.
No,
You say you
how about
can't
the
answer the
social
question.
cares? How about the
with
social
Jesus.
cares?
A
One
lot
sec,
of them
you
could
used
do
to
with
let the
Jesus, yeah.
children out. You used to let the children out in cabs picked up, you fucking idiot. Why don't you talk about that? The corruption.
Amy, it didn't change.
You need to
We
stop bowing
progressed
down.
because
You need to stop bowing down to a nonce.
Jesus made a new covenant.
I'm going to say what I've got to say.
With the Gentiles, which is aka Christian. Hence, the New Testament was
the Old Testament is the
and that was
Torah.
for
It
us.
was for the Jews.
Right? The Old
New
Testament
Testament is
for
for
us.
us.
The New Testament is us, right?
Anyway.
It was a different time then in the Old Testament. Why? Because God, yes, is a revengeful God. He's a very, he can be an angry God, as you're saying, but the New Testament was a new covenant. Hence, Christianity was born.
Anyway,
so we don't abide by the Old Testament. Why and I do love that you keep going back to our book again.
Anyway, Dave,
you go back to
same old arguments.
Anyway, Dave, you know what? You need to go to the
Shine,
main
you just
route.
accused me of not talking about grooming, guys. That's amazing.
No, it's up to you. I don't really care. If you say you're your own person. You've got your own mind. But some people.
Shut up, Shines. Do you think Sharia law should be in Britain?
Let me speak, man.
Shut up. Answer the question. Do you think Islam is better?
Dave, all I've got to say is look at the root where the problem is. Who's letting these people do it?
You deflected there, Sean, but it's all good. If you don't want to answer, then don't answer, man.
Who are letting this happen? The corruption of our governments and the people who are power.
But I was talking about Islam.
No, it doesn't matter. It's up to you what you're talking about. You started with Muslims and grooming.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that's
No.
what we're
No,
going
that's
to
what I
finish
want to
with.
talk about. Yeah. So
Yeah.
don't
I-
divert. Don't
And they-
divert. You're
And
looking like a
Muslims are
fucking
grooming because
idiot.
they
One
follow
second,
a
you're
fucking
looking like a
nonce.
fucking
Fucking
idiot.
Muslims are
Yeah.
grooming because they
Talk
follow a
about-
fucking nonce.
Talk
You
about
fucking
the
idiot.
main
You
issue.
fucking idiot.
Where did it come from?
You fucking dull cunt.
Who is?
You.
Why?
Taff, relax, man. Relax.
Because Muslims are
relax.
fucking grooming and using their profit as an excuse to do it. You
How about the
dumb cunt.
government? How about the government, the MPs, the
Well,
police?
Yeah, you're right. They're helping
Yeah.
too. They're allowing it.
Yeah,
They're
they're doing
allowing
it.
it.
wrong-uns. They're a bunch of
Yeah.
wrong-uns.
We
Yeah,
know
what do you
fans
mean?
of the
They've allowed
government
it.
around
You're
this
right.
How
time.
about the churches?
They've
How
allowed
about the churches? Do you
We know fans
do
of
you
the
know-
government around here,
Fuck's
Shine.
sake,
Yeah,
man.
one second.
Shines,
Do you know
we
about
agree
the
with you on
churches,
that.
yeah?
We agree with you on that, Shines.
Yeah, I know. Do you know before the schools were actually known and be open, children used to go to churches. And do you know what's been going on in the churches? But you don't want to talk about that, do you?
Why?
Why?
Shines,
Because
do you
we're
know
talking
why?
about
Because do you know
Islam,
why,
that's why.
Shines? Because for the last 20 years, Shines, the
Yeah, but
last
do you know how
20
many
years
people?
has
How many
been
kids?
nothing but
Yeah, but do you
it.
know how
We
many
know,
kids?
Shines. Who did it happen to, Shines? Who did it happen to, Shines? Did it happen to
It's not
Muslims?
hidden.
No.
It's not hidden.
It's
So
happened.
it is
Diversion.
not.
Listen,
It
everything
is not
happens to
comparable.
everyone.
You
Diversion.
can't
No.
compare
No,
it
listen,
And I had
to
a
that. Why?
simple
Because
guys.
listen, everything
Christian
happens
girls
to
are being targeted.
Same old,
Christian
no.
girls are being targeted.
same old
Again.
diversion.
Again.
Same old
Dave,
fucking diverting talk.
Dave, you want to talk about
Always,
what, man?
always.
Dave.
Can I answer Shines? Can I just
Every
answer
time you
Shines?
want to
Shine.
talk about, every time
Oh
you
my
want to talk
God.
Why do
about
you want to talk
Islam
about?
and Muslims,
Anyway,
it's all they
this
want
is
to do
what
is
is
talk about
bottling down.
Christianity.
No, this is
Taffy,
what
can
it's
I just
going to
answer
boil
Shine?
down
Yeah,
is Turkey.
Shines, can I answer you?
This is
Can
what
I
it's
answer you?
going to end up.
Shine,
A lot of people are
Shines.
not
Let me
talking
answer
about
you.
it. Go on.
Let me answer you then. If you ever came on a panel or did your own show to talk about the abuse that goes on in the church,
Yeah,
I
but
would
you don't
never
do it.
show up and try to shut you down. That's
No,
the
you couldn't
difference.
shut me down. You couldn't shut me
But
down.
that's the
Shut up,
difference.
Shines.
I won't
You
turn up
little-
and
you little
deflect
jumped up
and bring
squiggly
up
puff.
other things, would I?
Shines,
you
you
brought up.
see me as
No,
a
you
Catholic
brought
trying to
up.
defend that shit.
No, I do.
You
One
see
sec.
me as a
Yeah, but
Catholic
at the end of the
trying
day,
to defend them
listen.
dirty pedo Nazi cunts that will rot in hell for
How about
everything
how
they do.
about the churches?
Do you
What
see
do you
me
call them?
caping for them is my question.
No,
Do you?
We
all
call
I
out
hear
the
is
church all
people
the time, son.
disrespecting a different
We call
No,
out the
culture.
church
but
all the
again,
How
time.
can
so
we
you
call? How
again,
can we
you
call out the
can't you
churches,
can't
but you
Dave,
can't?
compare the
No,
two.
in the
How
fucking
can we call out what's wrong and
Yeah.
you can't?
Who controlled these people?
How can we call it out
these
but you
gangs,
can't?
These pedophiles? Who controlled them?
What do you mean
Who
who
was making
controlled
the
them?
fucking
They were
money?
fucking pedophiles.
Your prophet was a
and who
fucking
was getting the
paedophile.
map?
They were pedophiles.
So you know what's
Prophet,
going on
your
now?
prophet was
Nobody
a
controlled
paedophile.
them.
You know what's going
Nobody
Your
on.
prophet
controlled
was
them.
a
Hence, they
paedophile.
done what
Are
they
you
done,
looking
you
so
mad
sick
thing.
and dumb? Listen to me. You're wasting
You-
your time.
Your
Yeah.
prophet was a
Talking about-
paedophile, and he controls you.
Oh, shut up, Taffy. It's not going to benefit you. Yeah.
Your
People gonna
prophet
start.
was a
It's up
paedophile,
to
and he
you what you
controls
say.
you because you
I don't
follow
really care,
him.
Taffy.
You
don't
follow
know
his
what you're talking
words.
about.
You
Good luck
follow
to
his
you. It's up to
words.
you. That's
He's
your
the
option.
perfect. He's the
It's up to
perfect
you.
example of
I'm not
man.
going to get angry
Taff,
You
because
Taff,
you're saying what
read
you're
in,
saying.
You dickhead.
read out,
No.
You
Taff.
don't. You don't
Taff,
like. You just
I
don't
don't
like the
care what you
truth.
say. That is
You
your
don't like the
option.
truth.
Taffy,
Taffy,
You don't like
that
the
is your
read in.
truth.
option. I'm not
You gotta
Shines, just
deal
for a
with this
minute,
in a
please. Stop for
calmer
a minute,
You
manner.
don't
Shines.
like the
Taff,
truth.
read in and
You're not.
stop, will you?
Ah,
You're
Relax
fuck
not
him.
yourself.
helping.
Fuck him and
Relax
fuck him.
yourself. He's not.
Because
Relax
all they
yourself.
want to do, I've heard this fucking for years.
Anyway,
It's
anyway,
the
all
same
I've got,
tactics out of them.
no, it's not. I'm
Always.
just being
Are
honest.
always the same.
I'm just being honest. Go to the main
Shines,
route.
and
Who's
I'm just
letting
being
this
honest
happen?
too. Do
And
you
that is
hear
it.
me caping for them pedo fucking priests? No.
No, I don't hear
So
no one
again,
talking about
no,
it.
again, you asked what happened, right?
It's common
really-
knowledge.
Yes, it was covered. It was covered up. And for the last 20 plus years, it has been hemorrhaging
I think it was more than 20
at the
years.
seams and
Okay.
being
It was
dragged,
well before
being
schools
dragged
were known.
for
Dave,
covering
can-
it.
Can
Now,
we condemn
can
it?
you
We
do the
condemn it.
same for imams who do it? Who do it too? Are
Yeah,
you going to
Taffy,
say
common
imams
knowledge.
don't do it?
No, one
Are
second,
you going to
said
turn
20
around and tell
years.
me
This
imams
was in the
don't
in the
do it?
40s. This was in the
No,
40s.
I'm talking
You
about
can't
it
get
So how
now.
can
Are you going to tell me imams don't touch kids?
To be honest, you never know. Like I said,
you never know. You bring your cases now, bro.
Do you know, Dave? Wait 1 sec, Dave. Do you know? No.
Yeah, yes, I know. Yeah, I know of a case where in Birmingham, in a mosque, they married off a 13-year-old to a fucking 40-year-old.
Really?
Bro, what do you mean?
Why don't you show the evidence?
I did on G Block. I bought the articles and everything. It's fact. That's what they tried at that time. It's not going to work, Shines. But here's the thing: it's common knowledge about what's going on in the church. We don't fight against it. We're for anyone speaking out against it.
Could condemn it and say it's wrong. Yeah, you can't.
We're not trying to hide it.
Yeah, I know.
We know the church tried to hide it, like yours are hiding it, like yours are trying to hide it, right? No, let me ask Shines, why are they still marrying 6-year-olds in Iraq and Iran? Why?
Okay, because I don't know.
Because what? Because they're not poor now.
How about in
they're not
England?
like they don't need food now.
You know, years ago, you know what was happening in the UK? No.
Oh, Shines, there was a lot happening in the UK.
Ghost has been watching Tommy Robinson. He's learning his logic.
No, it's about the kids. Think about the fucking
Now, big up yourself, Shines, man. I don't really think you're the right guy for this conversation. Taff, don't get angry, man. Come on.
If it was about the kids, the prophet should have been thinking about that back in the day, shouldn't he?
Think about
Justice. Jump on, man. Jump on, Justice.
If it's about the kids, if it was about the kids, Mommy should have been thinking about that when he fucking married Aisha.
Man.
Taffy, you can't keep getting angry, bro.
That's what I mean.
I fed up with these Muslims. They do it all the time. Fucking hell, man.
I know. That's why I had to stop myself, right? I know, but Taff, you know Satan cons are going to be looking and watching, and it's bad optics, man.
I don't give a fuck.
Optics.
I don't give a fuck.
I'm just saying this.
It's because of what he's angry like the rest of us, man. I understand, but look, we can deal with Shines in a much calmer manner because
that's what I mean. Shines is not coming on like attacking and shit like that. Like I get what he's doing. I get what he's doing, but he's not jumping on and attacking and being fucking like roaring and shit like that.
He's diverting because he can't answer the questions. He can't. He actually doesn't have the capability to answer those questions. He can't be honest about it because if he was honest, it would mean him condemning the thing he was born.
Exactly. And that he can't do. Can't do that. And I get that.
Is that you, bro?
Yeah, that's me, mate.
Big up, Justice.
How you doing, Cam? You okay? You alright, Dave?
Big up, Justice.
You alright, Shines? How you doing, mate? You okay? Yeah, Shines means well. Like he's just, he's just offended a little bit, sort of just racially and religiously, and he just wants to defend like his people. I understand it.
Anyway,
but he's doing what about it?
Connection. Let's not change the subject. You started about the Muslim faith, some faith that are rumors here, and why? Okay, so why is it happening? Where is the main roots? Who's letting this all happen?
Shines. If we go back to how the conversation actually began, you said that was a long time ago in regards to the age of Aisha, and I simply asked you: is Muhammad the example for all times? And you deflected off to everything else.
I didn't know what you meant when you say that. How about Jesus?
Jesus is definitely.
Jesus,
Shines, come on now. You
anyone,
know
let alone
Jesus
kids.
was
He just tried to throw Jesus under the bus.
What I'm seeing here.
There you go, but Shines, you said you honor Jesus, right? And you're going to turn around and say, what about Jesus?
You ain't got no dirt on Jesus, Shines. Shines, you got no dirt on Jesus.
I haven't got no patience.
Let me tell you something. You are a fucking hater, yeah?
And you're a balance. You're a balance.
Come on, Shines a good guy. You're a good guy. You don't need to, like,
He's a fucking bellend who can't fucking be honest with the fucking panel.
Just why are you saying let's talk about Jesus? Like,
no.
Jesus do so wrong?
Talk about Jesus. I don't go and criticize Jesus.
You can't criticize Jesus.
You can't go around. You can't.
All you get is in Speaker's Corner criticizing a prophet. They run around like they're from a mental hospital. They all stand around.
Well, it's a good topic of conversation, and people should have fucking that topic of conversation.
Yeah, well, why don't you speak to these idiots in Speaker's Corner?
I'm speaking to you, and you're a fucking idiot.
What does that mean, Ghost? If only you follow Jesus, then nobody would get married. What does that mean? What does that mean?
Anyway, think about
Surely
the
that'll be
children
the
and
other way
stop
around, really.
diverting. Anyway,
Go on,
look at
just since you haven't had a
yeah,
say, go on.
just no, honestly, stop wasting your time.
If your faith in
And
your religion was that good,
basically,
and you'd be able
we
to
all
stand
need to
on your
put this way.
convictions
I've
and
been
back it
saying
up
this for
and back
I've
it up.
been saying this for 4 years. Taffy, you've got a child. I don't know who else. You need to think about them and stop wasting your
man.
time.
I am. Yeah, that's why I've done. That's why I don't want Muslims. That's why I
Because you
don't
know
want
what's gonna
Islam.
happen? You know
That's
what's
why
gonna
there's no
happen?
place
You
for
can
Islam
see
in
what's
Britain.
happening.
I
I've
am
been
thinking
saying
about
this
my
for
child.
4 years or longer.
My child's safety.
No, it's only
Didn't
shines,
you receive
mate,
a letter regarding about they want to do what they want to do as a 3-year-old?
Bring my fucking kid into this argument, you fucking little
No,
fucking
I'm
sorry ass
taking-
fucking Muslim
I
little
didn't say
pedo fucking
your kid.
apologist.
Oh,
Ooh, easy now. Come on,
They're bringing
let's
kids
calm down, both
as a
calm down now.
3-year-old.
A little wrong un.
Yeah, to
Shines, don't
learn,
wind him up.
yeah? Why don't you
Shines, don't
focus
wind-
on
Shines,
that?
don't wind him up.
Shines.
All right.
Shines, I'm asking you, don't wind him up.
Can't even answer a decent question.
Where's Dave anyway? Dave.
See, you got rid of Dave
He's
now.
gone.
Dave's fucked off.
Diversion again, look. Where's Dave? Can't even answer
Yeah.
a fucking simple question. You
No, he
thick
couldn't
cunt.
answer my question.
You thick cunt.
Basically, why don't he talk about the main route who's letting
We
this
are,
happen?
Shines. We are.
Where's
you
the
dog.
main route then? What is the main route?
Your prophet.
Oh, all right. You see
That's the main route. Yes.
All right.
That's
How
why.
about-
That's
how
why
about
they're
the social
grooming.
cares?
That's why they're grooming underage fucking girls because your prophet done it.
All
You
right. How about
dull
the social
fucking cunt.
How about social care?
Talk to him, Justice. Fucking, I'm going down.
Yeah,
You
you
can't
sorry,
say
mate. You
anything.
calm down a sec. Yeah.
He knows I'm right.
What did you want to talk about?
I ain't talking
Abuse in
shit.
the care system, Shines. Shines.
Anyway, I'm gonna go. Is he there?
I'm gonna go now.
No.
Just mess that show
Like
up.
I said, I only
I
got
love you, Shines. Epic show, but
maximum
yeah.
10.
But, don't wind Taffy up.
And Dave, you know, what can I say?
Big up, Judge.
I weren't horrible. I weren't horrible or anything. I just said, like, at the end of the day, we need to concentrate on our kids. You know what I mean? You know what the
Say my
government's
name.
doing is they're bringing back all this. It's even like from the royal family. One sec. Even the royal family,
Dave,
family.
you start this shit and then you jump off, you fuck.
Yeah, he's a fucker, isn't he?
Fuck anyway, Dave.
Anyway, you know the richest people in the world, yeah. What they do is, yeah, same as what's that guy from the island, whatever.
Epstein.
What they were doing. There's other people in celebrities, whatever, BBC, you know, Mr. Fix It, you know, all these, you know, what they've been doing. You need to know at the end of the day. But no one talks about it. All they say is this religion. Fucking sort out the problem here, mate. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, you kind of have a point
anyway,
with
take care,
Epstein.
everyone. Honestly,
So-
I only
all right,
jumped
we
on
go then,
5
mate.
minutes anyway. So take care.
You're a
everyone,
hand
yeah?
grenade, Shines. You just come on and you just ruin the panel. But never mind.
See you later, son. Big up, son.
Don't
Epic
be scared
troll.
to say bye to me. You know. It's all respect. See you later, everyone. Bye.
See you, Shines. See you in a bit, mate.
See you later, son.
Yeah, I'm trying to get out. Kick me out. Taffy, enjoy it. Kick
Tough,
me out.
kick. Tough, there you go. He's letting you boot him.
Yeah,
He's
boot
letting
me
you
up.
boot him, Tough, and now you're gone. He's
Let me
gone.
try.
You're going to have to just leave. That's it.
Yeah, I don't
Say
know.
my name, Shines.
I don't
Say
know.
my name.
It seems like Taffy don't want me to go. I'm hitting it. Look. It seems like it's. Let me get my mouse. One sec. Or is he going to kick me out? Taffy, do you want me to stay? Taffy.
I think Taffy's going to calm down a little bit. Oh, no. Oh, Sean's gone. No.
No,
Somebody
I don't
back.
want him. I don't want him to stay. Fuck off.
Yeah, is me tough.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, Evan.
Right.
Hello?
Can't get rid of you, Shines. I thought you was going. Thought you was going, Shines.
Yeah.
Oh, so you didn't really want to go in.
No, get rid of me quick. I just had someone buzzing.
You feeling a bit calmer now, Taffy?
Of course.
Taking a few deep breaths.
Couple of Valium. Yeah.
Don't let Shines wind you up. Shines is just bants. Like he's
no
jokes.
winding me up. I've just heard the same fucking diversion, fucking bollocks off every Muslim you find have the discourse with. It's just it's the same old. I heard it for years.
It's the same old arguments with the whole religion talk altogether.
Yeah, but if you're not going to get any sort of like anyway, if it's like if I can admit there's trouble in the churches and there's trouble in the social system and there's trouble at the top from the elite down, yeah, every sort of like for the police force, there's trouble in all of it. I can call it out, but yet it's like you can't get that from the other side. You can't get that from the other side. It's just diversion, like every time, like.
True, they do a lot of the like whataboutism, and they generally want to avoid like condemning like the people, the religion. So yeah, it's true. Like,
and that's what I mean. You can point out my pedo priests. You can point out the Americans doing it in America. And again, I have called out each and every one of them. Now again, as I said to you, when you bring in Mary and you bring in Jesus and start trying to compare the two and doing that shit, that's when I'll intervene. It's like, no, stop doing that. Stop doing that, because you're doing little backhander digs there.
You guys are expecting them to call out someone who done something like hundreds of thousands of years ago. Like there was probably white people fucking sleeping with children back then. There was no laws.
Likely there would have been. More likely there would have been.
Like, what do you expect them to
he
call out?
Wasn't the prophet of
it obviously happened.
Religion, right?
If it's true, because
yeah,
I don't believe in any of it.
That's what you say. That's what you say, right? So, and I'm sure ghosts will think that's different, and like I will think that's different when you say about.
The thing is though, like Jesus didn't have sex, period. Like, let alone with kids. So this is where the debate comes from. This is why it never ends, and it just goes on and on.
It's just
I hate religious debates. I don't like religious.
You say that Zubida and fucking the geezer had a good talk, right? They had a good talk, right? So again, if you know, I mean, like as I said, like you keep pointing out to the church, and it's like, and what? We fucking dealt with the shit. What do you want us to say every time you keep dragging up? What about the church? What about yeah, we know it happened to Christians. It didn't happen to you. So what the fuck are you complaining for? What are you complaining for? Did it happen to you as Muslims? No. So what are you complaining for then? We dealt
so
with
are you saying it's definitely not still happening now?
No, we dealt with it.
But you can't say it's definitely not happening
stop
now.
And destroy the fucking church. There is no fucking church like that anymore. There is none like that. So again, it destroyed it, and that's why they won't do it. That's why they won't call out Mo, because they know the whole foundation on Islam will fall.
From the Pope down, they corrupt churches.
So again, like yours, and again, this is why I laugh. So you think by getting rid of Christianity, that like you aren't going to be like dragged up into the like whatever century it will be? You don't think you will be made change? That's fucking laughable. Because again, they always get in, and it's from the inside out it happens, not from the outside in. So you're worrying about us. Won't be fucking us. Won't be us. So they always get infiltrated like us.
I mean, why don't the imams the top imams coming together and try and bring the Quran and the teachings of Muhammad into the 2023?
Because then they'd be changing the whole religion. That wouldn't make any sense.
Exactly. So you got to stand by your religion then.
Exactly, which is what you guys do. Also, you stand by your religion, don't you?
Yeah, I stand by the teaching. I stand by the teaching. I try to. Yeah, Jesus,
but we're not allowed to.
But he's a pretty good example.
He's a pretty good example
to stand by.
We're transphobe. We're fucking homophobe because, well, we don't want them in the church.
He's a pretty good example to stand by, isn't he? If you can stand by that.
So I think religiously they just can't condemn stuff like child marriage, you know, and it's. I mean, I can understand. It's like they're just not allowed to condemn like anything.
No, it's not about
So-
not condemning child marriage. If you ask Ghost if he thinks marrying a child is okay now, he'll say no. But if you go back to fucking hundreds of thousands of years ago, he's not going to condemn that.
Yeah, but Ghost is just one man.
Yeah,
Still
but
happens
Ghost
in
isn't
Iran and
in
Iraq,
Iraq.
and that's
Ghost
it.
isn't in Iraq marrying children.
No,
is
I
he?
know, but again, you pointed to America, right? Because it's not
Yeah, where it
happening in
still
England,
happens. They
Ireland.
still marry children legally.
So
Yeah.
what
Yeah,
about the
but
group-
again,
what-
it's
what
not
about the
happening in
other-
England
what
and
about the
Ireland.
other
But they're
Pakistani
marrying
Muslims
kids in
who-
Iraq
who
and
are
Iran.
grooming in
So you're
Britain then?
saying, well,
And
they're still marrying
America.
kids in fucking America. And I'm saying to you, yeah, well, they're still marrying kids in Iraq and Iran.
Exactly.
what
but
about-
And you're
it's
saying
not just
Ghost is not
Iraq and
living there.
Iran, but that's
Well,
the
we don't
places
live in
you like to
America, though.
mention.
What
But
about
we
America
don't
is
live in
also
America.
doing it
So why is it
legally.
okay to say, yeah, but the
mean-
American kids that are getting married, you can mention them. But like when it comes to the Iraq and Irani kids, them little girls getting married at 6, they're not allowed to be
Yeah, that's what I was
mentioned.
going
Why?
to say. Like, I mean, are we talking about what hillbilly states where there's like 14-year-olds getting married? Because I mean, yeah, it's like it's like 6-year-olds getting married. It's just like that's just yeah. It's
No,
kind
that's
of like
it's the they still marry younger than 14, Justice. But no, it's wrong wherever children are marrying adults. But
So
if you're going to say it, obviously, when it comes to religious debates and stuff like this, I always hear, well, they're doing it in Pakistan, they're doing it in there, but you never mention white Americans that are doing it ever. I've
thing
not
is, though,
heard
like
that
white
come out of
Americans are just
anyone's
not
mouth.
doing it en masse, though, are they? Like they're not doing it in mass
You'd be
numbers.
surprised.
I don't know. There's a lot of people in America. I don't think like
There's a lot
anywhere
of people
near
in
like
Pakistan.
a significant like proportion of Americans are marrying children. Like I wouldn't say that's happening.
So what about the girls who've been groomed
They're like-
and they've got an M burned into them?
To be fair, like I've heard that, but I've never actually like looked into that or read
And they've
that case that happened
and they've
in.
had
Like,
Quran passages being read out to them as they've been raped.
What was that? Sorry, I wasn't actually listening. I was reading the comments.
Some of the girls who've been groomed and raped and they've had literally M for Muhammad burned into them, and they've had passages of the Quran being read out to them while they're being systematically raped.
Well, yeah, that's obviously not right, is it?
No,
What do you want me
but
to say on that?
but it's happening. It's happening in Britain, on a mass scale.
What, they're reading things out?
Yeah.
No, I'm not gonna say that in Britain grooming gangs aren't mostly Pakistani and all of that. It is like the statistics say that it is mostly Pakistani, but it's not all Pakistani. You can't say, oh well, it's because they do this, because they do that. It's like there are religious people that will do that, but there's also white Christian men that go out and rape kids and they also get done for it. So like it's more of a mentality thing than a religious thing.
Yeah.
It's more of a mindset.
I'd say it's cultural and religious. Like more, I don't know. Like sometimes
I don't think
sometimes
the
it is
white. I don't think the white paedophile is actually just targeting Muslim women, no, Muslim girls. A white paedophile will just target a little girl, whatever, or
Oh, yeah.
or a little
Yeah.
boy. Well, no
The
matter
difference
what
right there.
what color or creed. But yet again, it's our like predominantly. Sikh girls, but it's predominantly our white girls.
And I would expect more white pedophiles, rapists, murderers, all that shit in a predominantly white country.
It's a problem. It's an
I wouldn't
epidemic, and it's
expect
getting worse.
a tiny percentage to have like massive statistics on a fucking crime, like for such millions of people.
So when you're
That's
looking
the
for
problem.
excuses of why these men are doing it, then okay, you've got to look back at what they actually believe in and what they actually live by their lives by every day, and that it will be the
Yeah, but look,
teachings-
as
that's
you
the
said, we
teachings of
can't turn around
Muhammad.
and say all
And then Muhammad, when
Pakistanis
you look
are
at his
like that.
past, well, Muhammad
You know
had
what I mean?
taken a girl at 6 and had a kid out of her by 9. So then you put him.
Okay, but again,
I can put a one and
years
one
ago.
together quite easily. Yeah.
I think
Right.
the thing is,
And ask the question.
they're not saying 90% of Pakistanis are committing crimes. They're saying 90% of that crime is Pakistani. So it's because, like, if
Most
you
of
look
them are in jail for it.
if you look
Amy,
into
innit?
white English people that go out and commit rapes and stuff, they do it by themselves. They're not in a gang of people. Like,
No.
yeah, they are. They're doing it by themselves. A lot of them are doing it by themselves.
Yeah, it's not a gang.
That's
It's
what
not
I
a
mean.
gang. It's a white rapist on his
But
own.
They're not.
they're still doing it. They're just not doing it with.
Yeah, I know, but again, what
Yeah,
has that again? Like, I don't see the
they're
comparisons,
passing our
right? I
white
don't
girls
see
around
what
like
you're
the
trying
thing
to
is
make
with
here.
that, right?
That's a
Is
white
the
country,
thing is with
Amy,
that.
so I'd expect that. Again, I keep telling
Yeah,
you, I would
you've
expect
got to
that.
do the figures right when you're making comparisons like that, because it's
You can't just
obviously
say
like
yeah, well, white people are.
there's
Of course, you're in a white country, it's gonna happen
so you've got
if
to do
it's
it per
predominantly
capita.
white.
You've got to do it per capita and then figure out the rate from there. And yeah, I mean there is a disproportionate rate from people from Bangladesh, Pakistan.
And think about it this way, right? The white paedophile is going to abuse a girl, and if he sees her, it's not going to be like over a course of like sometimes it most probably is like, but like the Muslim grooming gangs, they're passing the girl around like Smarties. She's been systematically raped by 30 men, one after another, after another, after another.
Okay, but okay, I'm not going to go too far. I know a white man, right, from Devon, that was in contact with other white paedophiles by text, talking about how they're going to get this young girl to basically not snitch to her mum that she's getting abused. So they still groom, but they do it as individuals, not as a group.
And it's a bit more. It's a bit more snaky.
Yeah, she was English.
Yeah.
She was English.
There you go.
And it's a bit more
See, the thing is,
snaky.
as I will agree with you there, right? Yes, white, say Irish, English, Welsh, Scottish will be, as I said, I would expect that. Now, the thing is, they don't go out actively and they don't discriminate. They will just rape a girl, whether she is Muslim or Christian, black or white. They don't discriminate. Whereas on the other hand, you see only one being targeted, right? White, Christian, right? It's not like black or anything like that. Hold on, please.
I can't talk really. The area it's all white, so it wouldn't have made a difference.
And then you got the factor as well that, like, to be honest, like they offend with their family, like intergenerationally. So you'll have like uncles, like when cousins and sons doing it together, you know. That's the most disturbing part.
Fucked up, man.
Whereas like over here, like can you imagine that? You know, it's like we wouldn't have sex in front of our uncles, let alone like fucking rape someone with our uncles. You know, culturally we're very different. This is the thing.
You're not going
like,
to protect them.
This thing has never been designed to work, and all throughout human history, where multiculturalism has completely failed and ended in bloodshed and ethnic turmoil. Always, Ottoman Empire, Roman Empire.
And it's been basically done out in front of us now under our fucking noses, like with that guy, that girl come out of school in Liverpool and Kirkby, and it's like it's getting so blatant. It's getting so blatant, like. Do you know what I mean?
think where the Muslim community are so close, like, they're just very tight knit. Where if one of their men were to go and rape one of their friends' daughters, they'd probably get killed. Like there would definitely be some sort of fight back towards them from their whole community for doing that. Where we rely just on the police, hoping they'll do something. So they're not going to go out and rape one of their own because they know they're going to get killed.
We don't.
Get what I mean?
We'll have about 100 people outside your house. Just up the street, if there was a wrong and up the street, there'd be about 100 people outside your house, and you either come out have hiding or you get burnt out. Fact.
I think definitely the legal things need to get more strict. They need to definitely come in harder, because that's why they won't. No one in that community will fuck with their own, because
the pedophiles
it's going to end really bad.
Right? They're safer in prison. Fact. than being let out into the general public. They're safer in prison. Justice is not being served. And you see from that grooming video, from the top, systematically through every level of authority, all the way down, council, police, it's disgusting. It's vile. It's wrong on so many levels.
Yeah, I commented on that stream. I commented another one that I watched. And it's a good documentary, to be fair. The lady goes and speaks to young Pakistani men. You see their take on it. She speaks to a father of 2 men that got sent down. He's a bit of a dick. She speaks to basically this man that's trying to change the community and have meetings with like the younger generation to speak to them about how wrong it is and why it's wrong and get their take on it. So I think that one Jupiter should show as well. You see more of like it's more of everything.
But it's getting worse.
Well, I'm glad Liverpool doesn't tolerate nonsense. That's what I say.
Well, the nonsense are getting better around here.
That's what
heartwarming to see. Liverpool doesn't put up with that shit.
That's what me and Even was talking about. Like, if you get like cities and they've lost their community, it's going to happen. It's going to happen, and it's going to be allowed to happen. Like,
it will be
because you haven't got that community spirit.
Now, and one was Muslim, and one was ran out of the north side. They set his gaff on fire. Why? Because he's flat on fire. Why? Because he was allowed to come back into the area, literally, go back to the gaff where he tried to molest. He molested one and tried to molest 2 other, like 11-year-old girls and an 8-year-old girl.
Because I can near enough guarantee you guys, right? When it does come to Wales, and it will most probably come to Wales.
It is tough. Right? It's already there. Right? You just haven't. Well, you just don't know about it yet.
The first case will come out in Newport, the city. Right? It'll guaranteed.
Yes,
I would be very, very surprised if it's up here in the valleys with me. The first case.
No, I thought that too, Tough. I thought that too. You know what I mean? When it happens in Mayo, right? Mayo. The arse of like the top arse of Ireland, where three men rape a 14-year-old while she's playing in the playground, and they won't even identify them. And then we find out later that there were 3 Africans.
4 illegal immigrants just did it in Kent.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, there was another one I watched where this I think it was a few girls were abused by this gang, and then the police officers that were taking them home, because it was like a care home they came from, they had also abused them. They were also part of this whole gang thing. So I think the corruption's a massive problem as well.
Yeah, you're right, because look, I don't know whether they were Albanian or what the fuck they were, but they weren't Middle Eastern. They were fucking Eastern European.
Yeah.
And one was Algerian and Afghan, right? So there's a couple of Afghans in there too. So I don't know what they call that Middle East, but wherever. Anyway, yeah, they got her pissed drunk in a hotel, and right, she started kicking off, obviously, because she was about to be gang raped by 7 of them. The police came, Garda came, they nicked her for being drunk and wrecking the hotel.
I think is like if we dealt with it, if we was talking about this 35 years ago, I don't think it would be on a scale that it is now today. Do you know what I mean?
It wouldn't be. Wouldn't have been allowed to get this far. Wouldn't be allowed to get this far
because of the corruption and the lies and the fake news and the covering up
and the damage of what happened to the children.
It's like it's gone on for so long now. It must probably like fucking everyday things for them now. Do you know what I mean? It's not just the grooming, they're drug dealing as well, like. So they're just taking the piss, like, and they're doing it in broad daylight. And the police don't seem to be doing nothing, like.
That's why they continue to do it.
Of course. course. But like when the fucking communities then fight back and say, okay,
Then
if you ain't gonna get justice from the courts
here in Ireland anyway,
and the police,
their own.
Then you've got to take.
It's not anybody else. It's their own, funded by the Americans. Quite fucking annoyingly, the American lefties.
At the same time, we got men up in Telford, Danny Oakes Jones, who's basically blaming the victim.
That's another one altogether, tough, man.
I know, but this is what we're up against, isn't it? It's fucking.
I know, but we're bouncing from convo to convo to convo to convo.
Yeah, but it's what we're up against.
Like,
what we're up against.
Yeah, you're firing shots like everybody.
You might as well become Muslim. Might as well become fucking Muslim.
Like, boo, boo, boo. It's like, tough, man. Put your fucking gun down. Put it back in your holster, man.
It's my show. Allow it.
Told you no one to fight, right? No one to retreat to fight another day, tough.
Nah.
I know. You're a stubborn bastard. You're a stubborn bastard. But
it is what it is.
What American lefties? Freya, in Ireland. In Ireland, the Americans, right, who are in Ireland now because after fucking 6 months a year, you're considered Irish, right? Or if you have an Irish granny and all that shit, even though they've taken that out of clause now. So anybody can be Irish. Yeah, they're all in here fucking all up in your business. And it's like, mind your business, fuck off back to America. We say happy Christmas, not happy holidays. Thanks.
It's like we all sort of know, right, what's going on, right, generally, right? But even like watching that thing that GB News put out, if that doesn't put a gut-wrenching emotions into you, there's something fucking wrong, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? They're telling us things that we know, but it's like, really, like, is it? I don't know.
Again, don't overwhelm yourself with too much.
Bollocks. I got an 8-year-old growing up.
No, listen. I'm in the same boat, and that's why I was just about to say to him. You see, it's different for you. You have boys, I have girls.
Yeah.
You have boys.
Yeah.
So when you have girls, you're going to worry a little bit more about them. Why? Because being a girl yourself, you've been there. You've been there.
That's where my passion comes from.
It was
guys.
different when I was growing up.
That's why I get a little bit irate and that. It's because I got
I fear for mine. I actively fear for mine. Now, I hate that. That I have to say, don't talk to anyone, even if you know them, unless certain keywords are said, then you know that I have given you permission to go with that said person, even if they're outside their own skills. So again, I fear for mine. People have a problem with that. People have a problem with that because I fear for mine.
Yeah,
because they're white, they're Irish, and they're Christian. And that is the trifactor. Ding, 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 ding. All three. White, straight, Christian. Trifactor. That they want gone. So again, not only do I have to worry about fighting me fucking own scumbags, which are my own lefty scumbag people in Ireland, I have all this shit to worry about for my young ones to worry about.
Exactly. That's where my passion comes from anyway.
So again, if I had boys, sure as fuck, I know I would be a little bit more relaxed like you, Amy. Why? Because they're boys. They're boys. Girls are up on the chopping block. As you know, women are up on the chopping block. So again, it's like, oh, fuck. I'm afraid if anything happens to me, what will happen to them? If anything happens to me, what happens to them?
Fucking worrying, man.
So, yeah.
Yeah, no, I do get your point with that. I like, as a woman, I know that you walk out and you can be scared about bumping into a man. I think every woman's had at least one experience where they've either like had to cross the road or get their keys out, or
it
is a scary place, and men as a whole need to fix up and make women feel safer.
With one man showing you some compassion and friendship, but it's to lure you into a fucking world of fucking just, well, it's maddening and frustrating at the same time. To be fair, definitely that's where my passion comes from. You hear me out crying about it. Don't get me wrong, I'd have my say about it, but nothing on the scale that I am. My daughter's 8. She's just about ready to be stepping up into that realm of.
I know, and it's scary as fuck. It really is scary as fuck. It's like, oh my days, I if I could hold on, that they. But then again, I will emotionally stunt their growth.
Yeah,
right? Not only emotionally,
so
physically, and mentally. I can't make them humans. I can't make them social outcasts, right? To stop like anything. And then even then, when I do kick the bucket, God knows what the fuck like will happen.
As a parent, it's
so
a
I
mad
hate
thing
living
you can't
like
wrap them
that.
up in cotton wool. But
But again, I hate living like that. That I am in fear, active fear, when I see daily 9-year-olds and 11-year-olds, 13-year-olds being raped by 3 and 4 illegal immigrants. And then I have people telling me like, well, they're not legal because if they were illegal, they'd be charged. No, listen. Now, again, they will be charged in Ireland because why? Because, again, when you see the working class, and I mean, I don't give a fuck like what people say, oh, I'm working. No, working class people who live in corporation areas and shit like that, they're the backbone. So again, when they're out with their kids and they're worried about their daughters and their sons who are being raped,
I tell you now, that emotion that we are talking about right now,
start to listen.
We are seeing it in Kirkby in Liverpool. That's what you're seeing in Kirkby in Liverpool. The same emotion and the worry that we're trying to portray and try to get across to people how fearful it is. It's not good.
So yeah, like when I come across and say like I may come across as a different thing, but no, behind that is active fear. Whether you believe that or not, like whether them little shitbags believe or not, I couldn't give a flying fuck about them. But it is. Why? Because they're my daughters. They're my kids. And again, I wouldn't go to police. So not a lot of people will. Because we see what happens. Fuck all. The guard are getting dragged around. For fuck's sake, there's not enough of them to deal with the shit. So that would be the last thing that will happen.
Yeah.
So again, I don't have to think about all this shit. I don't have to be thinking about this shit. When I'm walking out my door to go to work and I'm dropping my kids to school thinking, now will they be okay when they come out of school?
The piece are going to come into it is when the aftermath of fucking when Taffy finds the fucking bloke like.
Man. Whatever. They come in for stupid shit. Again, prevention is the best method. Prevention is the best method. Not a fucking remedy after that has happened. No, prevention. You stop it. Full stop.
That's why I got
now you look at any of the videos, you will see nothing but women, nothing but working class women concerned about their daughters and their sons. Nothing about colour, nothing about religion, nothing about race. But yeah, we're unhappy about illegal immigrants who are actively, they don't fucking give a fuck. They're doing it in broad daylight.
Have you got any little ones? You haven't got to tell me. Have you got any kids, Justice?
No, I ain't got any kids. No. Thank God. You know, I live quite near to these areas affected.
It's something for the future.
Any daughters around here? Sorry, man.
It's something for the future, though. Maybe ruling it out that you ain't going to have any.
Oh yeah, definitely gonna have kids. Yeah, definitely. Of course, it's the point to life.
Yeah,
it's the only point to life.
But again, should they live in fear? Should they live in fear in their own country? Do you believe that, Amy? Do you believe my kids or any other Irish kids should live in fear for their life?
I don't think any kid from anywhere should live in fear.
Okay. So why is it okay Why is it okay then for mine and many, many other white Irish to feel that way about their kid? Why? Why are
It's
we?
not okay, but it's also not okay just to blame. Like, your kids could be harmed. Like, obviously, I'm not saying this in a horrible way. Your kids could be harmed by some random white man.
Of
Like,
course,
the fear
of
should be there
course,
for
yeah,
everyone, not just
of
one
course. But
community.
again, isn't that expected? Isn't that expected when my country is white, right? You expect that, right? You would expect the majority of the crimes to be done by white ethnic natives, right? You agree with me on that, right? You
Yeah, but
believe
crimes still
no,
run either way, whether
but
it's a white person or whether it's.
you
That's my
expect
point.
right when your rape statistics go up by 500%, 500%, and 9 out of 10 of them are not white. Well, what do you say then? What do
I
you
don't
say
really
then?
know.
And we can't
Do you
talk
know what I
about
mean?
it then
And for
because
such a
we're
small country
Islamophobic and
that you
racist.
would fit us inside London 3 times, maybe 4.
You can't question it then because you're Islamophobic and you're racist.
But you see, Taff, you see, the thing is, look, it's not, look, in Ireland, it's not Muslims doing that, right? I know in England it is, right? They're not, like, they're breaking out tombstones and out crosses, right? Yeah, right? And yeah, we're looking at them quasi, not all, right? But like, we're looking at them quasi, right? Because we see what's going on in England. And again, that's what I'm saying. That's not a problem. That's not a problem. You know what I mean? Like, so, and that's what I keep saying. That's not a problem. It's not about fucking religion. It's not about religion. Even though, like, what has been going on between the two, even in Ireland, in said parts, right? But at the end of the day, when I come back to the crime rate statistics, and shit like that, sex stuff, it's not, the majority of it is not Muslim. So I can't say leave it at their door. I can't, because it's not them in Ireland. So I can't say, there you go, leave it at their door, because that's what they're doing in England, when it's not them. We have 100,000 of them, maybe 150,000 of them. So again, that's not a problem. Yeah, that's not a problem. That's not a problem. That's what I keep trying to say, but like, yeah,
it's interesting with Ireland, isn't it, Cam? Because like these protests, like they can't frame it morally the same way they do everywhere else, because like Ireland, like their form of nationalism is it's anti-colonialist. So you know, and obviously, like you guys, like you weren't involved in it. You weren't expansionist. You didn't colonize anyone. You know, so it's like they can't call the people fascists. Like they can't call them.
But they
you
do,
know
and they
what?
are.
Oh yeah, they
It's
do.
so
Like they're
funny.
calling all these like
So funny.
aunties and grandmas and little kids. You know, they're all fascists. Like they're all far right. That's why they went on this march. But the moral framework doesn't like work and can't work, and this is why. And even then as well, the people are like they really showing up and coming out and like.
Yeah, because why?
You watching that Philip Dwyer's live stream? Very good.
Yeah, they've had enough now. Just as I said, right, 4 years ago, I was very like that. I was like, yeah, I'm grand. I don't want none of my business. Why? Because it's not affecting me. Not affecting me. So when it starts affecting you, then you do. What the fuck is that, Taff?
David's just giving me something to have a look at. So look.
What the fuck?
Where is my champagne? Where's my wine? Where's my diamond ring? Where is my gin and tonic?
Are these like?
Where's my martini?
Are they Down syndrome fucking trans?
Yes. Yeah, I saw that. Someone sent me that earlier. Yeah, that's like something from your, like your worst nightmare, like dystopian drag queen fucking cesspit nightmare.
Was that Shine's there then, one of them?
Stop it, Taffy. I've never even seen a black Down syndrome person before. Like, wow. Oh.
No, I have actually. I have.
Nice one, Dave.
I'm not like that. Not like that. No, what the fuck is that? What was that? Yeah. Again, a question right now to all three is: a girl gets raped, 15-year-old, right? Now you're having a protest, and would you, as a woman, Amy, would you counter protester? Because you're a woman. Would you counter protester a 15-year-old being raped by an illegal immigrant, right? Not saying from what country, not saying anything about religion or race or color or anything like that. It's an illegal immigrant that raped a 15-year-old. Would you do a counter protest across the road from where they're holding a vigil for her?
What?
Which side would you pick, if you don't mind me asking? Would you stand on the side of where the 15-year-old was like raped, right? And they were like having a protest for her, they went down to the guard station and all? Or would you have a counter protest across the road saying immigrants are welcome? Which side would you stand on? Just curious.
No, I wouldn't go on a counter protest. Like if something like that's happened, you can't then.
There you go, right? So that's
yeah,
their politicians.
No, I wouldn't do that.
That's their politicians doing that. Counter protesting their own people that now, and like it's quite funny, Ruth.
Yeah,
you are weapon your Ruth. Yeah, she's for women's rights and all that shit, but like this is counter protesting a 15-year-old that got raped.
Yeah. I just read that thing in the back, Amy. I won't say no more. But yeah.
So yeah, the left has gone fucking mad. But yeah, it's been brought to its knees in certain parts in Ireland because they see now. Because again, once the women get out, the men eventually have to get out. Why? Because we're making them look bad. It's like, fuck that shit. So then you see them coming out. And again, as I said, they didn't care when there was 50,000 out on like the kids. They didn't care last year. They didn't give a care. Why? Because it wasn't lower working class. It wasn't the lower working classes. But now it is. And that's who runs your shit. That's who runs your shit. And they start listening. So now people that don't, they're going to certain countries to see, who's applying for a visa into Ireland for safety and shit like that. So yeah, they genuinely looking for it. Or are you just looking because you're an economic migrant and you want to just come here for a better life and free money?
And the maddest thing about it is, it's happening now under Conservative law, and if we vote for Labour, which is the only other sort of option that we have got, it's going to be worse again.
Oh, fuck Labour. Oh, I'm sorry, that's like voting for Sinn Féin.
The alternative is even worse. So we're doomed. We're fucking doomed.
Well, Loopy Lou, if I had known this was coming, I probably would never have had kids. And that's horrible to say, but like I do love my kids and I would never give them up.
That is horrible to say.
I would never go back on it now. But now, if you ask me, like, all right, Cam, now that you know what it is, would you go back? No, because I loved them. So no, they're obviously fair to me. So no, I wouldn't. But if you go back 10, 12 years ago and said that to me, yeah, bitch probably would have said, you know what, fuck that shit, and showed what was happening now to me. Yeah, I probably wouldn't have. Because again, I wouldn't have wanted to bring them into this shit. Wouldn't have wanted to bring them into this shit. Because again, why they didn't ask to be white. Or Christian. Or even girls. So
yeah. So we've just gone through the lockdown, done all that fuckery. You know what I mean? It seems to be like one thing after another. Bam, bam, bam. These kids are going no fucking. God, the future's bright, eh? The future's bright. Come on, Taff. Be optimistic, bad. Do you think it's something that we can get sorted out?
Listen, you see,
or do you think it'll
too much negativity, right, Taff? That like. Well,
yeah, but if I got a glimmer of hope that it can get sorted out.
Listen, it's never too late. It's never too late, right? Now, don't get me wrong, right? Unfortunately, certain parts of England have already fallen. But again, like Ireland, right? Certain parts have fallen, but it doesn't mean you've lost it. Doesn't mean you've lost it, or your identity, or your heritage, or any shit like that. Doesn't mean you've lost something like that. As long as you start to kind of recognize that shit.
Well, if you look at the
You know what I mean?
demographics of where it's going on in there, it's not looking good. It's really not looking good.
Yeah, but you see, the thing is, Taff, though, look, we have England to look at, right? So whatever happens in England, it always comes to Ireland. Always comes to Ireland. 3 to 5 years.
Yeah, via
max
Wales.
10.
Via Wales.
Right? But then it goes to Scotland, and then finally is Wales. So you have seen what's happened in England, now Ireland and Scotland. You see the fucking lunacy of our own people. It's not in their countries, mine and Scotland. It is not outside. It's their own. It's their own fucking us up from our own, which is fucking funny because we always have that. We always have that. We will fight our own first before anybody else. So again, Taff, you see us. So you can either do what Violet says, like wait till the wolf is at the door, where prevention is the best method. Put that fucking wolf down while it's a cub. You don't let it become a wolf. Because I don't see the point in letting that. Because then it's only going to do what it naturally does.
Do you think that, like the things we've witnessed in Kirkby is going to be something that we're going to see a lot more of in the next couple of months up and down Britain?
Yeah,
probably.
I think between the England, like the British and Irish Isles, it's going to kick off. It's going to kick off. People are unhappy. People are unhappy. 74% of Ireland is unhappy. We can't all be far right neo-Nazis. 74% of the population cannot be wrong.
So we just burn it all down to rebuild it all back up.
It has to be all broke. It has to be scrapped and melted again. Has to be, because what is there, it's not on solid foundation. Not on a good, stable foundation. So you scrap it from top to the bottom.
They say you don't fix what ain't broke, but the system's broke.
This is well broke, man. Yeah. This is so fucking broken. We put too many plasters on this shit to stop it from falling. Let it fall. Let it fucking fall. Then build up.
Yeah, I have to give me your fucking matchbox up the cover then. My blowtorch. Take out the old blowtorch. What do you think?
I don't know, you need a pretty big one.
Yeah. Blowtorch in the fucking after links can.
I've heard Wales and Ireland have plenty of space, so I've set up some more boats.
Yeah, I
don't need any more, Amy.
I'll be there with my spud gun shooting holes in the cans.
Oh, I've sent one of them to your house.
Amy's smuggling them in from Cornwall, you know?
Yeah.
She's meeting them at the shores. Like Amy runs the NGOs.
We got so many beaches, I just get them to meet me here, and then I say, right, Cam and Taffy have a few spare rooms.
I'll melt down your boat and make fucking
cool, baby.
I'll melt down the boat.
And again, Amy, where did I said you could you could fit a few on your floor in your sitting room, and like pack a few in your kitchen too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've brought some blow-up beds.
I'd take your beds and your boats.
You know what?
I'll melt them down into dildos and sell them to
I don't live outside. They don't need a tent. I've got a roof.
Yeah.
Okay, man. No, look, it's not about race, it's about space. We don't have enough. We can't listen. We have 77,000 Ukrainians in the last 4 months. Again, we don't have any room to house our own. There's like 16,000 Irish people homeless in Dublin. Homeless.
I think I could just about manage 2 Ukrainian sisters.
Under
twins.
18. There's 6,000 kids under 18.
What kids though?
So again, when I tell you that an illegal can come in here and get a house, right? In 38 weeks? 38 motherfucking weeks. And a native Irish person has been on that waiting list over 10 years and then still gets on. You can't tell me that's fair. Can't tell me that's fair.
The thing is, see, right, the working class, we've got
Because
the
the
biggest.
Irish people aren't in any of them motherfucking hotels. Because again, if you put Irish people who are homeless in them hotels with them too, there would be no problem.
The working class in Britain, we got the biggest, we got the most ticks on the voting slips see, as well. So it's our fault. We got to swallow our hands up as well. Like we're in this mess.
You voted them in.
We
Exactly.
voted them in. Like,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you see, that's the thing. Like, I remember 4 years ago, like, telling people, like, listen, you understand that, like, Sinn Féin they're not fucking nationalists, you fool. They're lefties. No, they're going to save Ireland. No, you fools, man. They
Radical
done
lefty.
worse damage. So, yeah, you know what I mean? They just want to unite Ireland at the expense of, like, saying, we won the English. It's quite pathetic and juvenile. It really is.
Yeah.
Like, grow the fuck
Makes
up, you
no
fat
sense.
piece of shit.
You want a fucking good shower, like you smelly bastards. That's all you want, don't you? Oh,
Yeah, you know, look, and then, like, our sister, like Mary Lou MacDonald's sister and brother, right? They work in pharmaceuticals in Ireland. So who got the contracts when that fat duck arse bitch got in? Our sister and our brother. Worth millions. Fuck off, you tell me you give a fuck about Irish people. Or any people, you dumb bitch. You don't.
Okay.
Because again, you want to take away my garden. When your garden, you have like hectares. Not even acres, you bitch. You have like in your front garden is fucking 1.1 acres. What the fuck are you talking about? You give them your garden then.
So I'm going to try and wrap this up now. I'm going to ask you individually the question on the show. And I want your honest opinions, guys, right? Or you could just say, fuck off, tough. Do we need a British Islam? And I'll ask the ladies first. Either one of you.
What's British Islam? That's what I'm asking. What is the British Islam? What do you mean?
Yeah, I don't really get the
Well,
it's
British
like
what it means.
Well, it's like a British Islam.
Isn't it? But like in Islam,
Taff, you're never going to get like a toned down British version of Islam. Like they're never going to go for it. There's not going to be a liberal version of Islam. Like, you know, they'll never accept it, and that is just that, and that's my answer.
Altogether.
So is it more of a thought side than a help then?
No. I like so if you think like a modernized, like for Britain, a modernized Islam.
I'd love it if they could modernize it. I'd love that.
But again, they can't. They can't.
No, I know.
They can't, and they won't because, as I said, like us, it goes against what we know, what we've been told, and yeah, like even though a lot knew it was wrong, it was still like, well, yeah, but no, yeah. So again, you don't want to do that. Why? Because you know once you do, all that falls, and it's gone. And they don't want to do that, and I understand that. I understand that. Why? Because the basic foundations of everything they believed in will have to be picked apart and brought under scrutiny and brought up to modern day. And as Amy said, it's not really their religion, is it then?
No. So I personally think, like, I believe in Jesus, yeah, but it's like personal, yeah, and I wouldn't force it on anybody, yeah. I ain't gonna do dawah on anybody. Like,
listen, you can do Christian dawah, right? Doesn't mean like they are lying to them. At the end of the day, like that person has the choice to either come to Jesus or not. It's up to them. You cannot make anybody believe in Jesus.
So Muslims doing dawah, is that going to help Britain go forward?
Taff, again, if people are struggling with their faith, right?
Yeah.
And a Muslim comes along and explains something that fucking say a priest, a pastor, whatever fucking sect they are, or whatever religion they are, even Hindu, wherever they are. If a Muslim comes along and tells them and explains it to them in a way they understand, then why not? Like, why won't they convert? You know what I mean? So, again, like, and you can't blame them on that. I can't argue on that.
I thought they only converted if they went to prison.
Come on now. No. Come on now. Look, no, but look, as I'm saying, you can do Christian dawah, right? At the end of the day, like in England anyway, and Ireland anyway, you're not forced into taking this. You know what I'm saying? You're not forced into taking it, so you're not forced into being a Christian either. So you can do Christian Dawa. It's not fucking Takia.
So we do need a British Islam, and we don't.
Listen, it's not going to go away. It's not going to go away. You have to face that. It's not going to go away. So
Okay.
you can either face it and say, all right, you can try this or something out, because again, it's not going to go away.
Okay, so we're just going to get outbirthed and become the minority in our own land.
You start Dawa, Taffy. Go into the street and tell people why they should become Christians.
Actually, Christians aren't allowed to do that.
I think I got one of them voices.
Why?
We get arrested. We get arrested for doing that,
like
and
a
we're not
town
allowed
crier,
to preach on the
couldn't I?
streets no more.
You see the Jehovah's Witnesses standing on the street?
You
Jehovah's
have to just
Witnesses
be
are
very
Christian.
careful if you do it. Like, you have to be really careful.
That's what I mean. And
Yeah,
they
why-
won't say
I
certain
know that,
things.
but why is it only Christians that would get arrested?
I don't know actually, Amy, because again, right, there's no blasphemy laws. They make a mockery of Jesus and Christianity on a regular basis. But when we go out, even in a Jesus t-shirt saying Jesus is King, take that t-shirt off. You're not allowed in this mall with that t-shirt on. You want me?
Blasphemy.
Really?
Yep.
That's dumb.
So again, it's like, who is it offending? Who is saying Jesus is King offending? Because there's nobody king in America, England, Ireland, Scotland, as far as I know anyway.
Yeah.
Well, other than that shitbag Charles, he is king, but America, Ireland and Scotland, we don't have kings.
How do you feel about? Have you seen the film Life of Brian? Cam?
Yes, tough. I have. Who hasn't seen that shit? Well, I
Did
suppose
you
Amy
laugh?
hasn't.
Did you laugh when you watched it?
Not really. Not really.
I pissed my pants. I did. To be fair.
Yeah, but you see, that's blasphemic too.
Yeah, I got
Right. Look what Madonna is doing. Right. Look what Beyonce is doing. Look what Rihanna. Look what they're all doing.
Yeah.
Openly mocking Christianity. That's okay. That's okay. That's allowed.
So
And that's what I'm
cowardly
telling you.
as well. It's just there's nothing brave about doing that in this society. It's just
Of course
that's
not.
the
That's what I mean. That's the thing.
you know,
I mean, to drag Christians.
you know, try and do it to Muhammad.
Don't you think everything?
That's
should
what I'm
be
saying, right?
everything
Just as
should be
if
out
they
for
fucking
criticism?
dared, boom, they
Do
know
you think
what
everything
happened,
should
right?
be out on the shelf for
So I
criticism?
think you're a pussy. You're a pussy for doing that.
Yeah.
That you'll only go for one that you know we're not going to fucking drag you for. Even though we're pissed at you, we're not going to do that to you. But if you dared say shit about Muhammad, oh my
Because
fucking
Monty
days.
Python come into a lot of shit when they done that film, mind. They come under a lot of criticism. They did.
Yeah, of course. Like same with like Mel
the
Gibson when he
Yeah.
made that fucking Passion of the Christ. It was banned in Ireland.
Oh,
Right, and that's when we were uber fucking Catholic, so prudes. You
I
know what I
cried
mean?
at
But
that.
like,
I
yeah.
did cry at that. Fact, I cried at.
No, I went and watched it in Miami. I did. I went and watched it in
Made me
Miami.
cry, that
You know
one
what I
did,
mean?
but-
Like, it was me fucking brothers and all. I went and watched it. You know what I mean?
But-
But like, yeah.
Yeah, and wars.
But that was like Jason. I think like what that was a few years after, because again it was banned in Ireland. It wasn't allowed.
Good film, that is, but Mel
You
Gibson,
know,
eh?
so
Mel Gibson,
so it
innit?
depends. Like I mean, some see it as a blasphemy and some don't. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
wasn't it an Islamic film recently, and it come under,
what?
and they got it banned.
Yeah, there was something. I remember the story vaguely.
I don't know. I don't know. To be honest, I don't listen to
Like,
it.
yeah, they were protesting outside cinemas.
Yeah. I remember that last year somewhere. I
don't know.
And they did get it banned in the end. They did. Because they were outside this. Yeah, they were outside cinemas protesting when it was being shown in the cinemas. It'd be about fucking 400 Muslims outside. But it was like that when The Exorcist come out, wasn't it? And you had the all the
You had all the Christians, you had
yeah,
all the
see,
Christians on
outside.
it. That's what I mean. Like a certain thing, I'm like, no, I get what they're doing. I get what they're doing, because again, we were like that. We done that too. Like, so I can see that. You know what I mean? But like, yeah, like saying,
I don't even
just like
think this
fucking Christian and
Islamic
Protestant,
film
we
was.
differ.
I don't even think this Islamic film was criticizing the Prophet.
Huh? Say that again.
The film that they got banned from being shown in British cinema on Islam going back last year. I can't think of what it's called, but it was definitely a film that got banned, and there was Muslims protesting outside the cinemas, stopping people from going in to watch it too. You know what I mean? And they literally got it stopped from being shown.
What was it about? Anybody know?
I only vaguely was aware of the story. I don't have a clue what the film was about.
What was the story?
But yeah, they can get shit shut down like when they collectivize, you know. But we never do. This is why we're always in the predicament. We're always
Yeah, but you know why? Just because again,
we're not allowed to. Yeah.
You know, and that's a major problem. That's a major problem, and it's like that's not fucking fair. And I know I sound like a 10-year-old, but that's not fucking fair.
People have got to stop worrying about being called racist and far right and shit, because it's just not like the problem's only going to get worse. Like if you're afraid of being called those names, like you are going to get called them. And
well, when the system is worried about being called racist more than a fucking a non-apologist, then we definitely got issues, haven't we? Because that's what I got from that GB News report. The system is more worried about racism and the stereotyping around the colour of skin and that shit, rather than getting to the crux of the fucking matter and the protection of our girls.
Oh yeah, the institutions are just totally anti-white. Like they just do not give a shit.
Yeah.
It's all just about silencing any criticism of multiculturalism. Like the number one thing.
Multiculturalism is their friend. You know, even though Angela Merkel, queen of like multiculti, she admitted it. Diversity is not their friend. Diversity didn't work. It failed. Fucking failed. But like, yeah. Again, they were uber Christians too. And now they're all like, it's like, I don't know what the fuck is going on. I really don't. It's like, but again, it all needs to come down. And that's what you're saying. That's what you're saying. You know what I mean? The fall of the church, not just mine. It's all. Because it's rotten from the inside, so it has to fall. So I'll give them that. It's like, all right.
And the fucking pubs are being turned into mosques now as well. What the fuck?
Churches and pubs, yeah.
Ah, shit, right, Jack.
Oh,
fuck, is that the film, Jack? The Lady of Heaven? No, can't be. Is that the film?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah,
fuck, shit. I'm not being bad, but that was a boring sackage. Like what?
Yeah,
It
wasn't condemning the Prophet, is it? It wasn't
that was a mad film. And then I got another film dropped to me. I was like, what the actual fuck? And this film you could only get like because it was so old. She dropped it. It was like, how the fuck did you get that? I was like, oh my God, is right. Like so, them
Monty
two films.
Python literally calling it Jesus Brian Earl, like
what?
Well, the life of Brian, isn't it? Basically, Brian Earl, you know, like.
You see, that's why I don't know who you're talking about there. Who?
Brian. A fucking idiot called Brian.
I don't know any Brians.
And he grew up.
I don't know any Brians either.
A monstrosity.
Thank the good Lord. I doesn't know any.
I've never heard of Great Bentley in Essex. I've never heard of this place.
I've heard of Essex because, all right, babe, all that shit, I've heard of that. But Great Bentley, no, I only know Bentley cars. Doesn't know Great Bentley. No.
Great Bentley Prowler.
So I doesn't know. I don't want to know. Again, stop giving them energy.
Okay, so we just never met.
Just a little joke.
Anybody mention Islam again? Just yeah. We just won't talk about it again, is it?
When? No, I'm not talking about that. Stop. Don't say that. It's like
And it
fucking.
might go away then.
No, tough. I really would look. That shit I used to do like when I was like maybe 15 and shit. Like, oh yeah, just put it to the back of the head and boop. Yeah, like, oh no, when it gets worse. So again, confront it and deal with it.
Until the next grooming video comes out, like.
No, you confront it and you deal with it.
Yeah, I'd be on the Severn Bridge, I will, with my fucking blowtorch. I said that.
So again, as I said, when the power of a word will hold you from defending your daughters.
Only Amy and the dinghies come past.
Look, but again, look, the thing is, like, they're all fighting fit men. They're all fighting fit young men.
Yeah.
Their populations aren't young anymore. So,
None of them would take the taffy.
you know.
None of them would take the taffy 1-2, but none of them.
You know, so again, but like, yeah, you're underestimating us. And it's like, look, I'm glad they did, because if they didn't underestimate us, certain shit wouldn't be happening the way it is. So when you wipe somebody out, when you underestimate your enemy and like just count them out, like, yeah, you're done already, cunt. You turn your back on them, then it's on you. Then it's on you. So you never turn your back on them. Ever. Even when you think they're done. Because you stamp in their face again. Just to make sure that.
Not on my watch anyway. Do you know what I mean? Not on my watch, but all kids' lives matter, don't they? Come on, it's about the future for them, isn't it?
Listen,
Yeah.
doesn't matter what colour they are, what religion they are, or where they're from.
Yeah.
Child is a child. But if we're going to be real here about the same shit, it's only happening to a certain minority
don't have a
of
girl, bro.
kids.
Just don't have a girl.
So
yeah, it's scary having daughters.
Just knock out a couple of boys, but yeah.
Well, I did think I was having boys. I was told I was having boys. Yeah. I nearly battled the north. Like, you what? You what, bitch?
I got a punch bag for my little now. Or she give her a whack and she do get her trained up on her.
Look, but again, like Taffy, see, you're focusing on just the one, right? Like you're zoned in. It's kind of like tunnel vision. You're locked and loaded in, and all you see is Islam, right, and the grooming gangs. Now, and I'm not saying that's not like.
No, I see fuckery on all levels,
again,
Tam. I see it on all levels.
No, but that's what I'm saying, Taff, right? Like with the transgender bullshit, right? All that shit coming. So if one doesn't get them, one will, and that unfortunately, unless like, I mean, as I said, you teach her.
That's
you
what
tell
I'm
her.
saying. Yeah,
Even though, like, as I said, like, yeah, because again, most people don't want to be like standing out of the crowd and like, well, yeah, like, you know it's wrong.
Because a lot of people are doing homeschooling in that now, you know. That's
no, Tough. Like, do you know, like, if I wanted to homeschool mine, I would have to be vetted, guarded, vetted.
No, but a lot of people are doing that. They're just pulling them out of schools there.
Tough. No, but you see, the thing is, right? Okay, this is the fucking conundrum you're in, right? So the 4-year-old can be told, yeah, touching yourself is fine, masturbating is fine, even in a class, it's fine. Now, right? So I'll say, okay, I don't want my kids to be taught that shit. Okay, well, you see, the thing is, we don't know when we're going to be teaching that on that certain day. So we can't guarantee you that your kids will be safe because we don't have anybody to watch them while we're teaching this said shit. Okay, so can you call me when you do know that you are doing that shit, and then I will come from work and I will pick them up, or I'll get their father to come from work and pick them up. You can do that, right? No. So again, as I said, Taffy, you know what I mean? You have to be mindful of all of it that's coming your way.
I am. That's why I'm frightened to death.
I understand that. But again, like as I said, it's down to you.
I haven't got many fears, and having my kid's future is priority. Number one.
Well, I agree with you on that, Taff. And I think any mother will agree with you on that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But again, it's because I have girls. I know how you feel. And I am a girl. Well, I'm a woman. I'm a grown-ass woman. So, again, I know.
Thank you,
know,
Okie
but I don't
Chokie.
know this shit. I don't know this shit, and I don't want to know this shit, and it scares the fuck out of me.
I
Scares
can't
the
do
fuck
like
out.
my disclaimer. You like my disclaimer, guys?
What is it?
Taft's views and opinions are as it says, my opinions. So allow it and don't get up in your emotions, because I don't give a fuck. Thank
That's a
you.
good one.
Copyright that. Yeah. So any last words before you shut this fucking shit show down?
No, I just came here just to make sure you didn't kill Shines.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
thought you were gonna reach down the internet and just pull his fucking.
Oh my days! I was like,
well, if I could have done
intestines
that,
out
you
through his
wouldn't.
mouth.
If I could do that, you wouldn't have been able to stop me.
I know you are well done. You are well done.
Sounded like your karaoke voice, Tucker.
Well,
You know, the singing pirate.
Yeah. All that. Oh, it's quite a nice voice. That. Yeah. Like when I got headphones on, it all sounds beautiful. Like when you're in the shower. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. But
You mean earplugs?
no, headphones is in Wales, isn't it? Headphones, man.
Oh, here, did you hear about that trans young one that was found dead? And I know it was 4 out of 5 papers. Only one said she was a trans girl. The rest said teenage girl, teenage girl, teenage girl, teenage girl.
When was this?
Today.
Oh no, I haven't heard about that.
Let me get the link. Because,
What? Someone killed a trans girl.
Somebody
Migrant killed a trans person.
Somebody stabbed her to death. And dumped her in a park. So yeah.
I think I saw something about that.
But only 4 paper. For 1 paper out of 5 said it was a trans girl. The rest said teenage girl, teenage girl, teenage girl. You know, like, oh, why is only one saying the fucking truth and not else?
I blame my Sam Smith because he fucked it all up here.
Sam Smith is a degenerate. I am so sorry. He's shut up. I don't like him.
I did though.
He's
I did like him. I thought he was alright. Like
He's a gross, obese pervert. That guy.
Yeah,
He looks like a butcher, like wearing like lycra.
He was like in the
like,
beginning, though.
Don't want to see it. Put it away. It's just the guy's just gross as well. I mean, like
he started off well. I thought
like then he got some like water sports music video the kids watch. It's just like great indoctrination there into just fucking.
God,
sick fetishes.
Madonna's transformed her fucking mug as well, isn't she? Bloody hell. She looks different.
Looks like a monster.
Like that thing out of Legend, fucking with Tom Cruise in that. Have you seen that film Legend? And that fucking monster in it?
Nope.
Not me. I'm making it up, I think. I don't think it's called it. Yeah, I think it's called Legend. I can't bother to Google it. Hey, do you want to have last words, Amy, love? Shines, what about you?
Shines?
Say my name.
Bitch.
Where Shines?
Oh, I kicked him off ages ago. Sorry.
No, I don't.
No?
I'll just send them to your house in a boat, and that can be the end of it.
Yeah,
You
send
can
them.
just all live happily ever after.
Yeah. The boats will be non-returnable. You know why?
Yeah, I agree. They will be non-returnable. You can keep them.
I'd melt them down. Yeah. Build a dodgy website selling butt plugs.
Fucking hell. Brian
Yeah.
Hull's probably already got one.
Yeah. Yeah. You never know. You might already be fucking sending me boats. You know what I mean? You never know. Cam?
Cam Dolph.
None shall pass. Wait. You ignorant Irish beautiful woman.
Sorry, yes.
Cam
I was trying to fucking find the link, but it happened in Cumberlandshire or some shite like that. I don't know. I didn't get it quickly, but like, yeah, just look it up. Anyway, a 15-year-old was stabbed to death, dumped in a park, but it's a trans board. Now,
Where was it?
every other paper,
In
one
England?
paper is saying it, and the rest are not. Why?
In
Weird.
England?
No, England.
Oh, typical.
Fucking Ireland. What are you always going to Ireland lately for?
Just
You
this.
said going to fucking
Sort your
Wales.
country out, bro.
I'll do my
Well, in
best.
fairness,
so,
in fairness, I mean,
like,
his heritage
it looks
is
like
from,
it's over, to be
Ireland.
honest. But
So,
Fix up the country, England. Fuck's sake. Anyway,
I'm going to just pick
yeah.
up Bradford, Taffy, and I'm just going to pick up the entire city itself and just put
yeah,
it
don't
in
keep it
Pakistan, where it should
Oh,
be.
you just keep that away from me.
Yeah,
right?
they can have it.
Yeah, you keep Bradford away from me. Anything else, you send it down here. But keep Bradford where it is.
All right, Taff. Well, night, God bless. Justice, night, God bless. Amy, take it easy.
Thank you,
Yeah, me
panel.
too.
Thank
I'm
you,
sure.
panel.
No, guys.
Thank you, Muslims. You know I love you. Hey, freaking love you. Pick up the chatters.
Big up the Anglosphere. Good night.
I changed it all right, really. Ghost, you are a wanker. I love it. Love you, chatters. God bless.